Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my weekly show on Metal Gear Speedrunners on Plywood. We are joined with my guy who's been learning both Solid 1, actually has a pretty good time in Solid 1 on emulator, and learning now Solid 2, Il Pazzo. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm fine. And you?
I'm very excited to get back into the swing of things with Solid 2 and teach you some more. This is now going to be my fourth episode of teaching Solid 2 very easy. We're almost getting to the point, folks, where you could string all the episodes together and learn the whole game. We're very close to that. So look forward to that. There will be a little bit of crossover between the previous episodes. So when we last left off, we were at Fortune, and then like right before Fortune, and then we stopped. So, and thankfully this time, folks, we have a lot more time to work with. Last time I was a bit pressed for time since I had to do commentary for ESA, but this time we have way more time on our hands, so that's very exciting. We'll be able to get more into the nitty-gritty of the game and actually see Pazzo do a full run of MGS2 VE once we're done with the education portion of the show. So thank you all for watching. Stick around for I'm No Rookie, episode 20. As we transition scenes here, and thankfully nothing broke. Though apparently we've already completed the game. That's not true. We don't actually have completed times. All right, fantastic. So, would you like to start after Fat Man or at Fortune? I'll let you decide. You want to start like from where we ended off, or do you want to cut forward to after Fat Man?
Yeah, we can start just after Fortune, I guess.
Right after Fortune?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna start the clock. Hopefully the clock actually starts on the stream. This has like been complete. Okay, it's actually going. For some reason, we've already beaten times. I don't know why. Let me just see if I can get rid of those. Hopefully that works. All right, fantastic. Cool. So I'm going to. It should be strut A roof. Should be the
This one.
Let's see. Yeah, strut A roof. Right after deep sea dock, and I press circle because I think I'm Japanese, but this is PC. This is something I struggle with. I've been struggling with forever when running this game and running Metal Gear games, is whether you press circle or not.
Okay.
So on the save file, you may not have the box,
Yeah.
but you would have the box in your run.
Oh wait, it's not
And
this one. It's close.
let me open you up on my side view. No, that's me. I don't want to look at me. I want to look at you. There we go. Okay. This is the start of the game. We don't want to go to the start of the game. You want to suicide and go back to your loads because we're not.
Raiden died.
Nice.
Right, what's wrong?
Yeah, it should be like 30 minutes in is that save for yeah, you don't want to load a save that's like 10 minutes because that's definitely like the starter plant. So
Oh,
almost there.
23 minutes.
Yeah, roof. Yep, roof. Exactly. So we would both have boxes here with the box route that we do. The benefit of equipping, you'll have the box on your previous. The benefit of having the box is that you will be able to turn corners more tightly, and that's beneficial right here because there's a claymore, as you might be aware, there's a claymore right there.
Yeah.
So there is a way to avoid it by just moving, but what I suggest and is basically what you do is you quit the box and you cling as closely as you can to this little like wall. So like you curve around and like hug the wall as much as possible. Um those chaff, it is a very weird thing. Those chaff are actually really important. Whether you pick up those chaff or not will determine what you do later on in the run. Um, the problem with picking up those chaff is that if you move poorly, you might get blown up by the claymore and lose 5 seconds. If you do not pick up the chaff, and it will change your menus and it'll change how you do rooms later on. If you don't pick up the chaff, um, you won't have those chaff in your inventory, and then you're gonna have to work around the fact that you don't have chaff later on. Um, so it's I would generally suggest just pick up the chaff to start. Later on, when you're more comfortable with the run, um, you can avoid picking up these chaff and just like adjust how you do certain rooms. But I think personally, I've done both routes, no chaff and chaff. I personally feel like picking up the chaff is a bit easier in general, but like it's not like that much easier, but I think as a beginner it's probably better to pick up the chaff. That's just my personal opinion. If you ask some other people, like Limes hates the chaff. He always avoids the chaff for very easy, for instance. But I wanted to just lay this out on the line, like this decision is actually way more important than you'd think, picking up this chaff. So, um, lot to go over with just one room, but it's important. So you want to cling as closely as you can, like this. If you go at a certain angle, you probably just saw that I blew up the claymore. If your angle is just right, you'll blow up the claymore, but you won't get hurt yourself. It looks really cool. It's like you're holding like 1 o'clock, 1:30 on your analog stick ish. Sometimes you'll slip by it. If you pick up the chaff, you have to just like you want to just like dip in, dip out, like right there. I do it in like one fluid motion, so it's kind of weird to like stop. Obviously. But it's all like one fluid motion. Um this movement is tricky. Like it's a tricky piece of movement. That's like the issue with this strat. But see like just one really fluid motion. Um, if you blow up the claymore, then you can just kind of run at the chaff afterwards, and not have to really worry about the dip. Just be careful that there is a claymore over here too, which I also did like the explosion cancel thing. But there are two claymores here. Like I said, you don't have the box on the save, but if you use the box, your turning is way better. So you can use that to your advantage. It's got, again, a lot to go over with just one room, but it's oddly enough, this room that seems just like whatever is actually one of the most important rooms in the whole run since it changes how you do the rest of the game. If you do get hit by the claymore, like it's not the end of the world. You lost 5 seconds, whatever. That's not a big deal when you're starting out, so I wouldn't worry about it. When you get more comfortable with the game, or you spend more time with it, if you choose to, you can decide for yourself, do I want to do this strat or not? Um, and it's worthwhile mentioning that picking up the box and not picking up the chaff has its benefits as well for this route. It's interesting. B-Man's runs will teach you that the most because he does the box route and he does chaffless, if I remember correctly. I also know that Beswick his runs, he also does box route. I don't know how much of his run he does weird stuff with the box later, but those two runners are really good to watch for information about like how to exploit the box. Um, okay, so let's move on to the next room. So, and keep in mind that if you press one at any time, you'll go straight back to the elevator shaft because anytime section, if you die and continue, it will bring you back
Okay.
to the start of it. So
Because it looks
practicing
like
this part is kind of annoying since like you press one and you're gonna go back to the very beginning, but whatever. Um, my visual cue to roll here is right there. Like once you see just like Ryan's head, you want to roll. So I just like hold down. I see Ryan's head, I roll. Because if you like roll twice, like from the top, this is what I used to do. You would, if you roll twice, you're gonna land into the door, which is unnecessary because then you're gonna have to like move diagonally. So once I just see Ryan's head, I roll. Pretty simple. Just a nice little visual cue. Once again, we're just going across this bridge. Remember, you don't want to be here. If you're watching, you don't want to be along this edge
oh
because
yeah, I remember that.
right, he'll see you out of the periphery, which you experienced last time. He'll see you
Yeah.
out of his periphery and then he'll uh shoot you or kick you or whatever. It's really bad. So just be aware of that. I need to stop cartwheeling because like I'm just like going back to old habits, but like you can cartwheel here. You can even cartwheel into this door. If you see like this door opens like really early, like you're right here and this door opens. So you'll see people roll like this into the door. There's a certain angle to it. What up, Voltron? What up, everybody? Welcome to my stream for the community channel. Um, so yeah, you can like roll into that threshold like that. So choose this guy. Are you doing lethal or non-lethal Fat Man?
Uh, I think last time we talked about lethal Fatman,
Okay.
and I just trained a few times on lethal, so yeah, I think I'm gonna
All
go
right,
with
cool.
lethal.
Cool. So at the end of Fortune, you would want to have your M9 out. Right. You'd have your M9 out at the end of Fortune. And you would not like I have the M9 out right now, but you would have your coolant. You would have
Yeah.
your coolant on previous. And that's all you need. So what you do, we don't have the box, but what you would do is you'll turn this corner, he'll see you, and then you're gonna just tap L2 and equip the box. Maybe what I can do is I'm actually gonna use the trainer to show you what I mean, and you can do the same thing with the unlock all equips. So no, our menus are huge, but you'll see what I mean right now. This is like a classic box trick you'll see on Extreme, but we can use it here as well. So he's going to spot me, and I'm just going to run past him. He'll call it in, but I'll just run past him. So that's what you're going to do when you have the box. For now, and you can practice that when you get there, just unlock all equips, and you can just use the box like that.
Okay.
But yeah, if a guard sees you in the box, they won't actually interact with you. They'll like go and do whatever they're gonna do. So yeah, you just click on unlock all equips in the trainer. Yeah, you have to roll towards the threshold.
Didn't work. Wait. Um, where is it? Okay.
When you unlock all equips, you should just get like 1 billion rations.
Doesn't work.
Doesn't work?
Yeah, left click, right?
Left click or numpad 0. Try numpad 0.
No, doesn't.
Weird. Okay, well, whatever. You saw what I did though. It's pretty simple. So instead, just take the shot. Just take the shot. As you run at him, and then just run by him and go to the door. But that's what you would do with the box. Is you would L2 when he sees you. You press L2 or left trigger on an Xbox pad, and he'll run away. Don't cartwheel there. You don't want to cartwheel there. Just go straight for the door.
Okay.
There's always remember, like, if the distance is short, like there, I mean, I'll show you right here, like what you did. And this is just this is just like a teaching example because this can be applied across the whole run. It may seem like I'm just like hyper fixating, like I'm really just being specific, like don't do that there, but that concept can be applied through the whole run. So like what you just did, you cartwheeled like this. Look at the distance between you and the door. This is a waste of time, right? Like you need to go to the door. You only save 0.02 with every roll in a straightaway. This is not a straightaway. You need to go up now. You just lost like half a second, if not more, like closer to a second by doing that roll. So like if this distance is this short, just go straight for wherever your destination is. And if you see people do this room from this side, I can do this since we have minutes and minutes before the timer runs out. So like if you're going from this direction, no one rolls right here. You will never see anyone roll in this little hallway ever, because if they do, they're losing time, right? They round the corner and then they roll like that.
Both ways.
Yeah, both ways. It doesn't matter if you're going this way or this way. It's still this short, right?
Yeah.
And even this, like, I guess you could try and roll into the door. I don't think it works though. You'd have to ask Platonic Guy, who's tried to do all kinds of weird like roll setups to like roll into doors, but like that doesn't work very well.
No, I
so
mean,
you'll just
both ways. I mean, when you just come back from that, that the other room, you go into the other room and go back. You know what I mean?
If you're going down into Strat F,
I mean, yeah.
Like this, yeah, it's still short. If you go like this, you see, like, I'm not hugging the corner. I'm in the middle of this hallway, right?
Yeah.
The distance doesn't change whether you're going from the left or the right. It's still the same hallway,
Yeah.
You're still not hugging your corners. And this is just a concept in speedrunning in general. Is you want to have as clean lines as possible. How do you have the most clean lines? They're as straight as possible, unless there's like some movement tech around zigzagging, like Crash Bandicoot. Like you want to zigzag in Crash Bandicoot. But generally speaking, you want straight lines. Even in Crash Bandicoot, when you zigzag, you're trying to have clean zigzags. So straight, clean zigzags. So straight lines, and you hug those corners. Hug those corners. Hug those corners. Tight turns around corners. So rolling here, I'm so wide of this corner. I'm so wide. Like, I'm wasting time. Rolling isn't that fast. It's 0.02. By turning tightly around the corner, I'm saving time over cartwheeling. So, and, this movement stuff is really what Very Easy is all about. It's not about, like, survival like it is on Extreme or on normal, where like alerts do matter. You have to think about like, oh, should I take this alert or whatever. Very Easy is really all about movement. So stuff like that, even though it's small, it starts adding up. I won't do that again, but I just wanted to establish that going forward, since we do have time. Okay, so do you remember where the line is that we want to roll at? This is just a pop quiz.
Yeah, I remember.
That one. You roll at that one. Now, of course, at this point, the Claymore should already be gone. It won't be on this save, I don't think. Yeah, see. But hey, at least you can practice that, and you'll have the coolant. So you'll do a coolant rise after you roll. So as you remember, you want to go into FPV. So you do R2, XR2, and then you'll coolant rise like that. Again, like when you do the full game run, that Claymore will be gone, but that's just good practice for this, that, hey, you can do a coolant rise. Okay. I'll head into Fat Man. I'll let you catch up before we get into Fat Man proper.
I don't have the Claymore. Okay.
You wait, oh, maybe the save already took the Claymore. Interesting. You did roll way too early though. It's the third line. You like rolled at like, I don't know, the first or second line.
Yeah, I was too early. Yeah.
Okay, so there is a for Fat Man, it's really important, or like even before it, to set yourself up to have those fast coolant, fast bombs as we call them, where you freeze them from those multiple sides of the bomb. So for this one, there's actually two setups, but I think this right setup is better. You see this like dot on the ground? There's this like dot.
Yeah.
So you want to like stand like around here, I think, ish, and then you'll crouch. That wasn't quite right. Is it like right here? Yeah, like it's just before the dot. You see this? So you're like right in this position. You'll crouch and then you'll just spray at the corner and you'll get a fast bomb. So you like cartwheel, 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 and then stand like right here. And freeze it. Again, it's not that big of a deal, but it's just another little thing. All right. Do you have a boss practice mode on?
What?
On the trainer, you have boss practice mode on.
Wait.
It needs to be checkmarked.
Practice.
Boss practice mode. Yep.
I
Should
don't
be a
see it.
box where you should be below the difficulty selection, above alerts.
TV. Yeah, boss practice mode. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, check that. Okay, cool. That way we can just keep on doing this fight over and over again. So Lethal Fat Man. Well, you already watched the episode of Proof Rock, but the basic premise of this is that we're going to move into a position. Actually, there is a newer setup that I have not learned, but apparently is even better and faster. So that's kind of a problem. I have not learned it, but there is a newer lethal setup that's even better. I need to actually see where the heck that video is. I think it was Major Zero that came up with it. But don't quote me on that. In any case, I'll show you the old school setup. You just move right, and then you get past this dot right here. You want to be along this line up top. And then the fat man's gonna cross the line, and when the fat man crosses the line, you shoot at him. Hit him in the head, turn, spray the bomb, hit him in the head. Hopefully he moves down like that. Shoot him in the head. Go to this corner shadow right here and spray like that. So I'll do it again. You don't need a cartwheel. Like at the start, just adjust. I just move with D-pad here because I'm just running along this line. Turn. Shoot him in the head. Turn. Spray the bomb. shoot him in the head. Make sure you actually shoot him in the head. Usually he moves down like that, which is ideal. I could do this all day. Like, once you know how this works, it's pretty easy. But there is a better setup. Turn, spray. Shoot him in the head. I'm waiting. Yeah, there we go. Different pattern. Most of the patterns you'll get are pretty good. That position for the coolant, I also got a fast bomb. You're like about here. You aim like, it's like what, right here? Spray like that at like the same corner you'd spray at from the other side. But yeah, it's really not that bad. It's just about knowing your positioning and knowing when to shoot the SOCOM. So like here, you see like he's about to pass you. That's when you want to shoot. You don't want to shoot earlier than this, and you don't want to shoot too much later than this, because if you shoot too much later than this, he'll be like that, and the RNG when he's over here is much worse. Part of the reason why this setup is good is that when he's right over there, typically the luck is in your favor. If he's up here, he's not always going to go down, and sometimes he's going to go like over there or over here. We want him to go towards the bomb, obviously, because if he's closer to the bomb we're about to freeze, that's less movement on our part, right? So that's why you want to like time the shots appropriately so that it's right now. And I'm not like actually, all I'm doing is aiming left. I'm not like auto aiming really. I'm just aiming left and then firing once I see that he's crossed the line. And then it's just about, turning effectively in third person. Holding L1 to move along with him and shoot the gun. Any questions?
Far so good.
All right, so let's see you do it then. Also, folks, if there's any audio issues, please let me know. If it's too loud, you can't hear us, etc. Shouldn't have to be... Are you on unequip?
What are you doing? Coolant, I don't know. I'm gonna just try again.
Yeah, just press 1 and see if you should.
Oh,
if you end, yeah. So all you do, you turn.
Oh no, wait.
The coolant should be on your previous. Pretty sure. Yeah,
No.
like coolant should be on your previous. You don't need to do any menuing. It shouldn't be, at least.
It's not. Look.
Odd. Okay, whatever.
Gonna do it.
Yeah, like it's fine, but in a run it should be on your previous. That should just be an auto aim. You shouldn't have to like adjust for Fat Man. And your position is a little bit off for the freeze. That was a fast bomb, nice. Yeah, this is awkward since I don't know what happened, that your menus are wrong. You can fire a little bit faster than that. Just like tap, 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 tap. You don't like mash it. It's not like mashing codecs in Solid 1. Just like try like before you even try and like hit Fat Man, just try spamming the SOCOM. Like just try, don't even move. Yeah, there you go. Like you just like tap quickly. You don't have to like mash it. Just tap quickly. Yeah, like that. Good. The auto aim should carry you to his head. You shouldn't have to make too many adjustments once you're aiming at his head. Like, let the auto aim work with the auto aim in this fight.
Oh.
And like there, you should press L1 to snap to his head. Again, try to minimize as much of you adjusting as possible. That's just true in the whole game whenever you're aiming at first person. And if you want a fast menu from SOCOM, you go 2 down, or rather, you press up twice to go to coolant, which is just it's just true in general that you do that menu a couple times in the run. You do up twice from the SOCOM in the menu. Yeah, I don't know what happened that his menus got screwed up, Prof. But we're just kind of rolling with it. But yeah, he should have coolant on previous. This is true. Again, you want to do 2 taps up from a gun to get to the coolant quickly. Not the other way around.
Yeah, you told me L1. Oh yeah, okay, I get it.
Yeah, L1 once you're in FPV and he will lock onto his head. There you go. A little bit too close to that bomb. You want to be at that shadow. At the corner of that shadow. Nice. That was a cool looking shot on Fat Man. There you go. This is looking much better. And a fast bomb. Let's go. There you go. See, this fight really isn't that bad. You just have to get it in your muscle memory how to approach it. And don't be too jumpy with that shot. Just, you'll see me like fire multiple times into Fat Man once he falls, rather than like timing it. Again, try to run along the line. You're like going a little bit further down, and sometimes that screws up your timing on the shot on Fat Man. You'll see what I do is I adjust a little bit up. I adjust a little bit up when I hold right. That way I can stay along the line.
Okay.
Nice. It's a little bit too far down for that bomb. Yeah, when you auto aim for that second shot, you just want to do like a little tap up to make sure you actually hit Fat Man.
Okay.
So I'll show it to you just so you can do it a couple times.
Oh.
that long swing over.
Close.
Okay, can I show you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, just to review, So you'll see, like, I adjust right at the start. Like, I adjust a little bit up. Once I get past this line, I turn. This is all D-pad, by the way.
Yeah, I did it on D-pad also.
Let me turn down the game. It's way too loud for me. Tune this down a little bit. Okay, cool. I'm holding L1 this whole time, by the way. Like, while I'm trying to shoot at him here, I'm holding L1, and I'm just spamming. And then I turn.
Oh, I have
It's
to
right at the-
hold L1 when I shoot.
I mean, you
Fat
don't
Man.
have to hold L1, but it just, to me, it's like in my brain, it's easier just to
Okay.
hold L1 than to like, press it. You know what I mean? Like I'm just holding it.
Okay.
Because he just auto aims, and then you just fire. And even there, like, because I'm aiming, I don't even need to hold L1. His aim will go towards his head. It's just that sometimes when you do this, as he's getting up, you might hit his shirt collar, so you have to just do like a little tap up.
Okay.
And try not to move too far down when shooting at him in this area. That way you're minimize as much steps as possible. It was a little too far. You want to be like right on that corner shadow. Turn. So you did a little tap up. Since I'm already right by the bomb, I don't feel like adjusting. Just because it's probably going to end up being about equivalent. But yeah, that's basically it. I'll let you do it a couple more times and then we'll move on, okay?
Wait.
Yeah, you just do Fat Man a couple times and then we'll move on into the next part of the run. Unless you have any other questions about Fat Man.
No, I don't.
Okay. Yeah, I think you need to do like 5 shots on Fat Man, 5 or 6 to knock him to the floor.
Okay. One last time. Go.
Make sure to turn off boss practice mode. That way you can move on to the next part.
Oh wait, practice mode. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, once you get like the muscle memory down, this fight really isn't that bad, but there is a better method of doing lethal. I don't know it. Okay, like right there, like just fire a few more times. Like if you don't know you're actually going to hit him in the head, like you're like dropping the gun, bringing it back up, drop, like just fire a few times and then you'll know. There's no reason to be like super precise and cool like I just did one shot. Like just you saw me, like I will fire multiple bullets. Your bullets
Yeah.
are worthless. Like your SOCOM bullets at this point are worthless. So just spam into his head. As long as you don't like accidentally reload, like it doesn't matter. So this is something to keep in mind. Okay, so let me do the fight one more time. That way I can actually move ahead. See, multiple shots. Just like 2 shots. Like, if you don't know how to be precise, why be precise? Like, there's no reason to be precise. So here you tap R2, then unequip the coolant, immediately pick him up, drop him, and then what I do is I crouch, spray at the corner, like right there. This movement is kind of hard, but you spray at the corner and then like cartwheel off. It's pretty tight, honestly. Like, to do all that together, oh my god, I crashed the game. That's cool. I
Really?
didn't mean to do that. Yeah, it's because I reset while the codec was open. It's okay,
Oh.
we're back. But yeah, what I do is I pull him off and then freeze him. I'm going to just go to this bridge. But yeah, just get past this. Just, pull them off. It doesn't really matter. You can learn the efficiency later. And just get to EF bridge and we'll move on from there. Because this part is pretty basic. You're just moving to get to the next area. Yeah, and like right after that bomb is frozen, you want to stand up and start moving. That way you're not just like sitting here. All right, cool. So next thing that we're going to do is Shell 1 core. And Shell 1 core, if you're not careful, could lose you a lot of time if you're not being smart. So Shell 1 core can really hurt you ultimately. You don't want to menu like that. Always try to menu while you're cartwheeling. So you'll like cartwheel and equip your BDU.
Okay, it's faster.
Right. Because if you're menuing while standing still, it's usually a bad idea. So. Alright, so now that we're at the bridge, what we do is we go. Make sure I have this paused. Okay. You're just gonna hold down left on D-pad past this like little pillar thing, this little container. You just hold down left on D-pad and you'll avoid the claymore every time.
Okay.
It's very simple. There are some people that use analog here, but if you just hold down left on D-pad, it's 100% consistent. So you just hold down left on D-pad and you'll avoid the claymore. Just roll past this. On very easy, the AK is in Shell 1 core, which is unique to very easy. On every other difficulty, you have to go to Strut F, but no need here. Usually there'd be a codec here, but since I loaded from a save, it's not. But if you were to play this game normally, you'll hold select for a codec here from kernel.
Okay.
Then roll up the stairs. And you're going to go over here and pick up the AK. You can menu right here. Or menu somewhere around here. Turn tightly around that corner and then roll into the guard. Make sure you have your AK equipped. You really need to make sure you have your AK equipped once you get it, because that way the guard is fooled. You just need to press this elevator button once. It'll always be fast. And then you're going to go press. You always press up in this game to interact with elevators, by the way. Every single time you just press up. It's very simple. So you press up to go to
Every
B2,
single
you
time
press.
in the game? Every single time I use the elevator in the game, I press up.
Every single elevator you use, press up once. That's all you have to do. Very simple. It's not like MGS1 where it's like, well, sometimes you have to press up twice or down once. Nope. Just press up once, literally every time, and that's fast. So that's cool. So this room is, I'm going to show you the strat that I suggest, which is the Claymore strat. It's generally speaking faster than the excuse me, it's generally faster than the stealth approach. What I do is I press right, open up and equip my claymore, drop it, press R2 to re-equip the AK, and then you're gonna shoot the claymore. I have turbo on, I think. I don't know why. There we go. I don't know why I wasn't shooting. So yeah, I turn right on D-pad, drop the claymore, and shoot it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a 2-punch buffer. Roll down the stairs, start rolling towards this guy. Don't do that and slip by him like that. You need to make sure you roll into him. It's a big mistake. 1, 2, roll, 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 right here, boom. The thing is, like, you want to do it later so you don't, like, slow down by walking on his body, but if you take it too, if you cut it too close, you'll just bump into him, like I did. So roll earlier rather than later and knock him out. You'll roll through this guy, pick up the D-mic, roll past him again, and then cling to this wall, like that. The guard will come past you like this. Do not go through the middle of the stairs, because if you do that, you'll bump him, and you're in big trouble. Don't bump anyone here. You want to avoid them if you can. 2-punch buffer. There's other ways to do this, by the way. I'm just showing you the way I do it. Boom. See, he saw me cartwheel and he's like, wait, hold it. And then I just roll through him again. Make sure to actually roll into the guy and not the cubicle like I just did. The reason why you want to be on this left wall is if you're close to this window, the guard inside could see you cartwheel and then call an alert, which is really bad. So don't do that. You want to be next to that wall. I'll do the whole thing without rolling, just to show you how the movement works. You want to roll down these stairs, but so I'm just going to move like normally. Boom. It's like if you were just... So you don't need to roll into anyone. And they won't know who you are. I honestly suggest you to do that before you start incorporating rolls, aside from the ones down the stairs and like all that, just so you get comfortable with the movement here, because you really don't want to mess up your movement here and cause an alert, because you're in like a really bad situation, right? You're on evasion. So if you cause an alert, you're back in evasion and it's a freaking mess. So just roll down these stairs. Just avoid everyone. I know I was showing you with the rolls, but like, just move smoothly, cleanly, away from the guards, away from everyone. Don't interact with anyone. Don't worry about it. You can cut your time down later, you know?
Yeah.
And then go straight for the elevator. The reason why this strat is good, see, the elevator's open, right? Elevator's open, and you skip some unskippable cutscenes that would play if you were doing this with stealth.
With the camera, right?
Yeah, there's like a guard that like runs around the running band. He like stretches and then he starts running. It's really bizarre. I don't know. I don't get why that's like I don't know what the deal with that guard is. It's very weird, but that loses you a little bit of time.
Maybe it's the same one that says it's the enemy in the MGS3. I don't know.
The joke we always say is like it's like the running man's cousin, the running man from Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. Like he just likes running, he just runs around in laps. It's very odd, but so that's why you want to do this Claymore strat. So I'll show it one more time. Drop the Claymore, shoot at the Claymore. All I do is I just aim straight down and fire. Cartwheel, wheel, just move. Don't even worry about rolling. You can learn that later. Like, if you start rolling, you could screw yourself. So, like, why bother, right? Like, you're only saving a little bit of time from rolling anyways. Cleaner lines make way more of a difference. Go along the bottom of this wall. Avoid the attack team. Once up, you're good. All right, so I will let you get to this point, and then we will continue on. So yeah, just hold down left past that. Nice. You didn't blow yourself up. Well done.
D-pad.
D-pad on EF Bridge is really freaking good. Like, it's super good. Super good. You're going to roll up these stairs. And then go for this AK. Equip it immediately. You need the AK to progress. And then just roll through this schmuck. Yep, just like that. You only need to press the elevator button once. That one will
Okay.
always happen fast.
Okay.
All right, here's the actual challenging bit. So you turn right, drop the claymore, R2, straight down. Analog EF is dumb, don't do it. Yep, and just move. Just move cleanly around everyone, ignore them. Sure, the cartwheel's safe, 0.02, but if you screw it up, you're in big trouble. Like, really big trouble, right? You have to start killing guards and try to avoid getting spotted again. Ain't that simple? Like, that's honestly really simple, right? Like,
Yeah.
you just move.
it
You just
is.
move. I underrated D-pad massively, Toma, when I was running this game originally, but that was because I was running on a DualShock 2 and using D-pad was really painful because you had to hold it so hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so this room is interesting. So this guard that we're going to bring over to the scanner, you want to knock really quickly. If you take too long here, like, I'll delay a moment. Like, let's say I screwed up. He's going to walk. Watch. See how slowly he's walking? This loses several seconds. It's horrible. So you need to get to this
Oh, and
position.
if you do it quickly, he's gonna run.
Yes. If you come to the wall quickly, he will run. So
That's
you need
weird.
to. It is weird. I don't know what the deal is, but long story short, get to that. Like, you see where that line in the wall is? Just a little bit above that line, and just knock once, and he will run.
Okay.
Wait, why is he walking? Is it because of the cutscene's not playing? Like, what's the deal? Maybe that's why. I think I messed up. It's because I didn't have the thing on.
Yeah, it's because you restart.
Yeah, I don't have the initial state thing on. You want to make sure to have shell 1 core B1 initial state checked. There we go. So you'll see he runs. Yeah, see how much faster he's going? It's massive. So, knock on the wall. And then you're going to go to the bottom here. See how I'm like right on this edge, like on the corner of the wall? Like right here. You can't move any further. You're right along the edge.
Okay.
And then punch, punch, punch. And then when he passes you, I'll pause when you want to do it. Right? Just a little bit after this, like right now. Right now. You want to press L2, R2, and square at the same time. Obviously, that wasn't going to work because I paused right when I would do it, but I'll show it right here. So you knock on the wall, boom, get to the bottom, punch, punch, up, punch. That's D-pad. R2, Oh, was I not close enough? That's weird. Why didn't that work? Why didn't that work? That's what I do. Let's try this again. Boom. Punch, punch, punch. There we go. The reason why you want to unequip your BDU,
Yeah, that's why I was wondering.
yeah, you're like, what's this? Why are you pressing L2? This is so not necessary, but it actually is, because a weird thing, and this is every version of the game. It doesn't matter what version you're playing. It literally doesn't matter what version you're playing of this game. If you have the BDU equipped with certain cutscenes, they will load more slowly. Like,
Oh,
you will
that's
lose
weird.
time. Yeah, and even though like loads don't count on PC, that's kind of true, but it's also not true. It's weird, but you will actually lose time from this. If you do this on PS2, holy crap! Like, if you have the BDU equipped for certain cutscenes, you're losing like 15 seconds. I'm not even kidding. It's so
15
dumb.
seconds.
Yeah, it's so dumb. On PC, it's really small, but it still exists. I wouldn't say you need to worry about it that much when starting out, but just be aware. Like,
I'm
the
gonna just learn it like that if it's the best way, anyway. Because I'm planning to do it on Xbox also, so could be useful.
which Xbox?
Xbox One S.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, on console it matters more because loads matter more. So yeah, you want to like in here, don't have the BDU on. There's only one guard and he's blind. Like, don't worry about him. As long as you don't like start walking towards him, the guard is like, you see him. That is literally the one guard guarding this whole area. So
Oh, so I
just
don't
don't
need
walk.
to. I don't need to equip my BDU. I just stay
Nope.
like that.
Nope. Just stay as Raiden. If you're on extreme, you better re-equip it immediately, because like if you start moving,
Yeah.
they'll immediately spot you and you're dead. But on very easy, they're blind and there's one guy,
Okay.
literally the one guy. So I don't know how you feel about pause buffering strats. Do you like? You
I
might
only
see.
use it sometimes against Sniper Wolf on the MGS1. So
Well, then you probably are like, you're somewhat okay with it. The best thing to do here is to pause buffer, like, legitimately, because it'll just help you see who Ames is. So like what I do, Ames is right there, but I'm assuming he's going to be there again. Yeah. So like once I start approaching these guys, I start pause buffering. I'm like, oh, there's Ames. Like, I see Ames. I register in my brain, oh, that's Ames. So I'm going to immediately do that and talk to him. And you don't have to be like right in front of him. Like, I could do it right now. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to like finish the sequence. But like, I could say, you're Ames, aren't you? Without like doing this, like going right next to him. As long as you're close enough, it'll work. But what I do for pause buffering is I go boom, boom. Once I see that third, nope. Once I see them, nope. Once I see that person, I'm like, okay, now I'm going to go in FPV and look at these 5 people. And like, I like turn the map so I can see their faces better. Cause if like you just have it on the default, you can't see them. So I like rotate the analog stick and it's like, okay, are any of these people Ames? Look really closely, really, really closely. Cause like the green filter can kind of throw you off. Like I've made a fool of myself and thought, oh, Ames isn't there, but he actually is because I wasn't looking closely enough. So just take a moment, take a look at everyone. The people that look like Ames are like, this guy kind of looks like Ames with the hair, but that guy's skin is darker. This bald dude, if you're like looking from the back, you could be kind of tricked because their hair is somewhat similar and they have a similar skin color. But there's only one person that looks like Ames with the mullet, that hair color, and that skin color. There's no one else has that, specifically that combination. But some of the male models could confuse you. So just be aware of that. The females, obviously, like they aren't wearing pants. So if you see bare legs, that's not Ames, obviously. Right. So pause. FPV, pause, look at these 5. If he's not there, then I go over here and check over here to this next big group. If I see him, then I'll,
So southwest is the last spot you're gonna watch, right?
No, not quite. We'll get there. So I check up here, this next big group, then I go down. There's a guy there, another hostage right to the bottom right there. Another 2 hostages, another 2 hostages, one last hostage at the very bottom, and then if I was really unlucky, it's this guy. This one. That's the last one. Because you can't see that person really well from up here. Oh gosh. The way I do this FPV strat. Like you can't really see that dude behind the table. I can only see these 5. But that's good. Like to me, I'm fine with those odds because that's 1 out of 6 rather than what you'll see some people do. I don't agree with this route, but it is just RNG at the end of the day. You'll see some people go like this. They'll go like clockwise around the room. I personally feel like that's worse because you
There's more
do
chances to find him on the left since there's only one guy you didn't see on the.
right. So I see 5 by looking in first person. I take that slight time loss by going into first person. As long as you pause, then you're not really losing that much time. And then you go left. No, Ames is not located depending on where your clock is. That's not true. The spawns of the hostages is dependent on the time of day. You might get different rooms depending on the time of day. There's a room where it's all Jennifers, the brown brunette ladies, all old ladies. The worst one is all the bald dudes. These guys, or not that guy. Those guys. I hate that spawn because this guy kind of looks like Ames from the back. Like he doesn't have quite as much hair, but the hair color is similar. Those are like the special spawns. Those are determined by the time of day. Ames spawn is just completely random. At one point in our history, people were theorizing, depending on how well you did Fat Man, that determined names. That was not true. It's purely luck. It's all good. People throw a lot of weird rumors out there. It's true. Yo, thank you for being here, Voltron. So yeah, that's my pause buffer method.
Okay.
You're Ames, aren't you?
I'll let you get to this point. Perfect. Nicely done. If you miss, just approach the guard and like choke him and drag him. Make sure not to throw him because that's embarrassing. You don't want to throw him. You want to just grab him, right?
Oh no, FPVs. Sorry.
It's all good. Once you get used to like how this works, like it's really simple. I would suggest pausing a little bit more. Like you want to like once you see that bottom hostage. Oh, you're going the other way. That's not good. The way you just did that was not good because you just ran past guys in the bottom left. If you're going clockwise, you should see the people in the bottom left. You don't want to avoid them. And you can, yeah, there's aims. You can cartwheel past those hostages that are, as you go to the west on that table. You know how you like walked over them? You could just like cartwheel past them as well. And you don't have to be particularly close to Ames to interact with him. Like you can be like a couple steps away and you can pull out the D mic. So don't feel like you have to be like right next to him. It's not necessary.
What's the name of this room?
It's the hostage room.
Okay, hostage. I know I cannot do like first time getting.
It's not gonna reset. It's not gonna reset his position. Like you just want to like shadow box it basically. There you go.
Your aims, aren't you?
All right, so once you get past these cutscenes, you want to tap L2 R2 to equip your AK and BDU.
King.
If you're really fast, you get a 0.4, I believe. But it's all good. So the first thing you do when you get out of here is you're going to run straight for the elevator panel and just interact with it. So, boom, boom. I don't know why this guy is not moving, whatever.
He's lazy.
Well, he's supposed to move bottom left, and then he'll start calling it in. And once you hear the elevator land, you just shoot him a couple times. You don't actually have to kill him. If you reset like I did, it's going to cause it to change. But run straight for the elevator panel. Press it twice. He's going to run past you. Once you hear the elevator land, shoot him. Or I guess he's not moving. You don't want to. Yeah, if you kill him like that, you need to get to the elevator panel pronto because the other guy heard it. You know.
Hmm.
That works. Yeah. And then just press up on the elevator and you'll go to the top floor.
It's the enemy. I need help.
Then we're just going to exit Shell 1 core. Roll down the stairs. Then we're just going to roll down this little strip. Boom, boom, boom. Don't run into the claymores.
D-pad there.
I use analog, but yeah, you could use D-pad as well. There's a few claymores you have to avoid there. That's all. You have to go back down in here to pick up the rifle. Sadly, we cannot skip it. People have tried. It's not possible. D-pad, D-pad.
Destroy the sensor, right?
Yeah, it's because we have to destroy the sensor that's on the cipher. The rifle. There's no other way. Sadly.
Oh, people tried with SOCOM.
Yep. People have tried and tried and tried and tried, and it just doesn't work. sadly. Yeah, this is pretty basic. Like, this is just getting to the 1-2 bridge. The really hard part is the actual bridge, of course. To get up those stairs, you roll. I'll let you get here, and then we'll do the sniping. Yeah, this is like the calm before the storm, you know?
Yeah.
Before Harrier.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
don't roll up those stairs. Just climb up them normally. There is a way to clear those stairs, but I'm not teaching you it. It's not worth learning right now.
Okay.
It's very, very tight, but it's like it's a precise roll that saves a bit of time, but if you screw it up, you lose 3 seconds. Don't roll onto the PSG one. Just run up to it. You're going the wrong way. Yeah. Do not roll onto the PSG one. It's slower.
Okay.
Just go for it. If this room was a little bit longer, it would be worth it, but because the room is slightly short, it actually loses time. Again, like I was saying before about that whole distance thing, like, if it's a short distance, it's just not worth rolling.
No, sorry.
Yeah, you want to go the bottom route, but...
There?
I mean, it works. I think the way we do it, where we go left and up, is, I guess, the fastest, but, I mean, I don't think the difference is that major.
I'm gonna take your route. It's bottom left.
We only have about 40 minutes left, so, I mean...
Sorry.
Don't worry. Don't worry too much about that. Like, this is peanuts. This is tiny stuff, right? We want to go over Harrier and get to Shell 2. All right, so sniping. This is really just muscle memory and practice to like do this super fast, but I will show you my method. I'm not answering that question, Apache. Oh, so important thing with that codec, you do not want to hold select for it. You have to wait for it to actually pop up.
Okay.
That's why you just popped it open. So here's what I do. I'm gonna just do it and then I'll explain it. Okay, so I'll just do it first and then I'll explain like my method. You'll see people do this a lot of different ways, but this is how I do it. So move forward. Well, actually, right. I'm not explaining it, so I'm just gonna do it. Hopefully, somewhat cleanly. I don't know why I pressed R2 first. It's because I haven't been running this in a while. All right.
Well, you have to equip the rifle, then pick up the PSG-1. It's faster.
What?
I have to.
Oh, like how I equip the right? Yes, you want to equip the AK.
Okay.
You equip the AK because the menu it's literally just one tap left or right.
Okay.
If you went from nothing, you'd have to go like boom, boom, boom. There's no reason to. You already have your previous. So I equip my rifle. I shoot this sensor. I don't zoom in. And then I zoom in for this cipher. Once I confirm that I've hit the sensor, I double tap R2. And this brings my aim back down.
Okay.
Because, like, if you did this, I'd have to, like, isn't that's freaking awkward, right? Like, if I could just reset my aim to neutral. So, boom, zoom in, double tap R2, and now I'm like, I've reset my zoom and my aim, so it's a lot easier to deal with. It's a nice little trick, right? So
Yeah.
then we go for this sensor, then I go left and hit that sensor, and then I go down, hit that sensor, and then boom, 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 that sensor. You're done. Very easy, has the fewest number of sensors, so it's actually pretty simple. You'll see people do this a lot of different ways. I'm going to be egotistical and say my way is the best. You'll see some people do this, what I consider super whack, and they'll try to like do that. I hate that. I hate not zooming in. It seems really scary to me. Or they'll like do that. Like they'll go for the cipher first and not zoom in. I think it's a lot easier just to zoom in. So that's what I do. I zoom in while I'm zooming over here. R2 twice. Boom. Oh, I missed. Boom, boom, boom. Again, you just have to get comfortable with how the rifle moves around, and you'll get used to it. But that's my route. So I'll let you give it a try.
No, it's not this one. Sorry.
It's all good. Yeah, you gotta be so fitting in that sensor, that one that I shoot first. Like you have to move pretty quickly to hit it to justify it. If you're too if you're too slow, just go straight for the cipher first.
Okay.
So that's what I would suggest. When you get more comfortable with it, you can go for the sensor I go for, but it's pretty tight. Like you don't have that much time to work with. Like even that's like, Also, I would suggest zooming in even more to avoid the birds. Like I zoom in basically all the way, and you want to hold up on D-pad to not get at a weird angle. Some people actually do this whole thing on zoom in more, zoom in way more, way more. Just zoom in. That's what I'm saying. Like some people don't zoom in. I hate it. I personally hate it because it's like you're way more likely to hit the cipher. You can really confirm that you're actually hitting the sensor, you know? So like just go straight for the cipher first. To give yourself a little bit more time. Well, actually you did it. Nice. And then you double tap R2. Yep.
Good try.
Ooh, he almost hit the Semtex. That was scary.
No.
Yeah, see what I mean? Like the timing is really strict.
Wow.
So if you're, oh god. Some people prefer using D-pad to aim with the rifle. I don't, but I really would call that personal preference. You might prefer using D-pad. And if you're like, man, the sensitivity on the rifle sucks. Yes, it does. You kind of have to be very delicate with it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, don't confirm that you're hit.
I'm gonna go straight for the cipher.
Yeah, just go straight for the cipher. Yeah. When you get more comfortable with like shooting the rifle, then you can do the way I do it. Like going for the cipher first, like you have way more time, and you're not like, oh, I hit the cipher. If you shoot the cipher, you're losing like, I don't know, 15 seconds. It's pretty bad. So. Okay, so, well, you kind of just went forward, but you want to equip the rifle in midair and equip the AK when you enter this cutscene, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, well, So you already before we even got to this point, earlier before the stream, you watched my tutorial. Do you have any questions?
No, I watched the tutorial, so I think I got it. Well, it's I got it hypothetically, but not the fact.
Right.
We'll
Yeah,
see how
in
it goes.
theory you understand it, but then
Yeah.
in practice this fight is 60 frames per second, no lag, and it all happens really fast. So, I'm going to show it a few times.
Okay.
And if you have any questions, you can ask.
Okay.
It's like I said to you before the stream started, it is far and away like the hardest fight in the game, if you ask me, to like really get down because you have to know exactly where to aim, when to shoot, and all that. It's challenging. So I'm gonna just do it without talking because it tends to just distract me. So let's stinger.
Right, catch!
All right, fail. You go for the die shot right after the missiles leave. X then square. Do it again. A little bit past the right pipe, or a little bit to the right of the pipe. Line up with that line. Skip the cutscene. See where the Harrier's flying to. Once you get the lock on fire, just keep on tapping square or hold turbo. Boom. Around here. Once you see the, well, I failed, but once you see the life bar go down all the way, then you fire. The overhead shot is, it seems hard, but it's actually not. I don't actually think it's the hardest part of this fight, but at first it is. You're probably going to struggle with it at first, and also like doing the 2.5 as I call it, or the 3-shot start is a little bit harder. You can just do 2 shots to make it easier. Like you can still have a fine fight with just that. So I would suggest just starting with the 2-shot before you like graduate, so to speak, to the 2.5. So boom, boom. Can lock on as well. That might work. Yep. If you get that fight, you're golden. If you get the die shots, that's fine. You're only losing like 10-ish seconds. It's not that big of a deal. Whatever. See if I can have a quote unquote bad fight. By a bad fight, I mean you have to do the second die shot. It's kind of hard for me to intentionally flub this because it's just muscle memory. I've done this fight so many times. I have to like tell myself to fail, you know? And see, like there, I failed. I don't know why that shot missed. So this is a bad fight. Let's see what happens. Aim at those clouds. Wait until the missiles pop off. Lock on. Get that second shot. I missed it. Unfortunate. Where's he flying to? I think he's going this way. Yep. Assume you're going really deep. I think I needed to aim a little bit higher up there. And you try not to get to this point in the fight because it's pretty bad. But you can get like an overhead shot there as well. Again, it's really hard to explain while you're doing it, but this fight is all about knowing when to aim, where to aim, and when to shoot. Which makes it sound very simple, when in reality you have to be very careful. Like right there, I fired too many shots. So just fire 2, like that. That's what I would suggest. Don't worry about that half shot. It's not really that important. I prefer doing this fight on turbo, but you can do it without turbo. I don't know why that missile missed. It's interesting. Is it going to land? Nope. The die shot is really not that hard. I just use that visual cue, the missiles leaving. Once you see the missiles like get out of the Harrier, then you press X, then square. Like it's X, then square. You don't want to press them at the same time. You don't want to have too much of a gap, and you don't want to be too fast with it. It's you'll get it by feel. Because you could go too fast, you could go too slow, you could press X too late, you could press X too early. But the visual cue is pretty consistent. You just wait until you see the missiles depart and then you fire. So I'll let you do it. I don't know. Do you have any questions? I know that was just like
no, I don't have
okay.
questions, but
All right.
See how it goes.
Yeah, it's rough.
I have to equip my rifle, right?
I would just go. You have right now. What you have is the PSG-1. So what I would suggest is just pick up the Stinger and menu because you started going too fast and you didn't let me explain. Hey, you need to do this menu, which is very important for the. It's okay. It's okay. But just once you pick up the Stinger, immediately R2. That's something that I don't know if I really went into great depth in the tutorial, but it's really damn important that you pick up the Stinger as soon as possible, as you can probably guess. Like you don't want to waste time here. This like opening attack is, very important. When you're doing only 2 shots, like you have plenty of time, but still don't want to be slow. And if you're going for 2 shots, just aim at the right wing so you don't get that. You just got a half shot, which is so you did like 1.5, which is rough. Okay, do not third person view. You want to stay in first person and just swing around. If you do that, your missile's gonna miss. That's bad. Just make sure you have the Stinger out. Don't worry about having the fastest menu. Like, seriously, do not worry about that. You did 3 shots.
Right, catch.
This is not going to work. This is not going to work. You did 3 shots. You did too much damage. Yeah, wait until you see that target reticle swing around. That shot was a little bit too slow. It was the right idea. Okay, when you see the Harrier zip around like that, that's it. Stop. You have to go. You have to aim for the die shots. Like once he starts zipping around at that strut, like it's over. Like you're done. Whatever shot you've fired, that's the last one. You need to get prepared for the die shots. Prufrock did the exact same thing. You're like, well, if I just hit him like... No, you can't hit him like that. Like, you gotta move your aim. You're aiming way too low. Way too low for that overhead shot. You gotta aim at the clouds. And you need to be aiming for the die shots way earlier than that. Don't watch him. Do not watch him. Yeah, it's like I said, this fight happens so quickly, like, there's no hesitation in anything I'm doing, you know? It's all go, go, go with Harrier, not stop, stop, stop.
Wait, what? Wait.
You're aiming, wait, what just happened? Guess you pressed 1.
Sorry.
You should aim at the other wing, like... Just aim at the other wing because you're sometimes hitting that middle wing when you're just trying to do the the double shot. Oh, we're getting some buffering. That's fun. And make sure you're actually locked onto the Harrier before you fire. Like you're firing before, and you press X way too early.
Yeah.
Make sure you're locked onto the Harrier before you fire. Don't fire early. You might have saw me fire early. Don't worry about that. Just lock on and then shoot.
Okay.
Way more consistent. Yeah, like right there, you fired before locking on, and that's why it missed.
Oh.
You pressed X way too slow.
Yeah.
Like, I saw the missiles, like, go down. When they leave the Harrier, that's when you press X and then square. If you press square too quickly, the missile might disappear. Which is why I was saying, like, you can press square too fast. It's really hard for me to explain because you'll only know what I mean when you do this a bunch of times. You need to move faster for that overhead shot. And you gotta, yep. It's way too slow still, way too slow. If you see Kriv, you are way too slow. You don't even want to see that subtitle pop up.
Use this.
Yeah, in theory it all works, but in practice you have to be moving super quick here. You fired way too quickly that time. You need to lock on rather than fire. You have to have a balance of patience and speed. Like, that shot was way too fast. You didn't even see the missiles leave the Harrier. That's why the die shots didn't work. The moment you see the missiles leave the Harrier, that's when you press X. Too early ain't gonna work. Too late it's not gonna work. Oof. Again, just wait until you lock on. Like, you're way too impatient with those shots after the overhead shot. Just wait until you lock on. Too slow. Yep, too slow. But hey, this is the benefit of the trainer. You can just do this over and over again.
Use this.
Once you get used to it, you're just going to become a Harrier machine.
Oh.
You want to know how long I worked on that tutorial? Like how many hours I was working on my setup?
Yeah.
I was spending I spent like 5 hours on the Harrier making that tutorial. Just doing Harrier
Just from the
over and over and over and just like refining like how do I want to do this. So that's literally how you become a well-oiled machine with this fight. You have to just do it over and over again. And you practice it like every day you run this game. Every day. And then eventually it'll all click, all the movement and quick adjustments.
I didn't know it was so tricky.
It's
Oh, man.
like once you get used to it, it isn't tricky. That's the weird thing. But at first, because of how fast it goes, it is really hard. And if you do 5-shot, then the start of the fight is really precise and quick. That's kind of the trade-off. Like my strat, like the start of the fight is easy and then the middle is hard. 5-shot, the very beginning is really hard. too fast. Too fast. You gotta wait until you see those missiles get out of the Harrier and then press X. Don't anticipate it. Like, you're anticipating it. You don't know how to anticipate it because you don't know when the missiles leave the Harrier. Wait until you see it. Shit, I don't even anticipate it. I wait until I see the missiles, and I've been doing this damn fight for years. That was an interesting flyover shot. Didn't lock on.
Too fast.
A slight, like, you were almost there. You were very close. You needed to wait like another half second. Also, to be clear, like, it's not like uber precise, like, there's a range to it, you know? You don't, it's not like a frame perfect cutscene skip or anything like that.
I did.
Yeah, it didn't land. Make sure, like, you see that you're actually locked onto the Harrier before you fire. It's kind of weird.
Use this.
Also, if Toma's still in the chat, I hope you submit for the tournament. Nice shot. Alright. Let's see this die shot. It was very close. You need to just do it like a smidge earlier.
I almost got it.
But I would rather see you do it late than early, because that means you're actually waiting for you to see the missiles. You know? Because it's never going to work if you do it too early. If you do it a little bit later, it'll still work. Just not that late. You gotta wait for that lock on, my friend. Or else those missiles are gonna miss all the time. Too early. Somehow you made that work. I don't know how, but that was
Just kidding.
that was one wacky visual cue that you used. I don't know how that worked, but you know, Pazzo's just a pioneer, a revolutionary for this Harrier fight.
There's a new strat in the place.
Yeah, it's true. It's the Pazzo Harrier. The illest Harrier there ever was. They're missing because you're not locking on. Wait until you see that red box. You gotta wait for that red box. A little bit too late. And then you press X square. Like, you're waiting way too long on that square shot. Why don't you take a break and you can just watch me do it a couple times before we do a full run, so you can relax for a moment, because I've been just like, we've just been like pushing it for the last like 10 minutes.
Very much.
All right. I didn't mean to do 2.5, but it just kind of happened. Just tapping square a bunch. I shouldn't do that one just to show you good practice, but I'll do that without doing that shot. Because, like, yeah, you can do that shot, but it's completely unnecessary. With the late lock on, it's kind of risky. But the second shot, you need to lock on. He's too far away for you to do the late lock on. See, I'm following the Harrier, getting that shot, right? You're like, just like firing. You have to track the Harrier or else your missile's going to miss 100% of the time when it's that far away. It doesn't matter, you know? It's too far away to make that shot work. And just watch the visual cue. I see the missiles leave the Harrier. I see them leave the Harrier. I skip, you know, right then and there. Not later, not earlier, right then and there. You know, you got to find your Goldilocks zone for that. The porridge is too cold, the porridge is too hot, the porridge is just right. I don't know if they teach Goldilocks in France, but
No.
the story of Goldilocks and her delicious porridge, but now that's probably going to sound a little bit different with the visual, but and the good thing is, especially if you do other difficulties, that visual cue doesn't change. The die shots are the die shots, whether you're playing on PC, PS2, or what have you. It's the same damn visual cue every time. I shouldn't be doing that shot, but you can. But then you track the Harrier. Get that red square before you fire. Don't want to look goofy now. Though we all look goofy when we start running this fight. It's freaking hard. I can just spin around and do nothing. That's what's nice about this. You don't have to worry about the start of this fight. But this part is harder, in a sense. Once you get used to it, it actually isn't that bad. I think. So I fired. My timing was a little bit off. Let's see how I handle this slow fight. Now. Boom. Boom. Oh, he went the other way. Oh, I missed. You don't ever want to get to this phase on very easy. But if it comes to it, it comes to it. That's why you have to practice, practice, practice. So, like, that kind of fight, like, that could kill your run at a high level, certainly. But, like, if you're well practiced at Harrier, the variation in time shouldn't be that big. As long as you practice the fight, make sure you land your lock-ons. See, I keep my aim on the Harrier before I fire. Missiles leave the Harrier, X square. All right, I've given you a little bit of a break. I'm gonna let you do this 5 more times, and then we're gonna do a full run. You game?
Okay.
Fantastic.
Use this.
I think your problem is, like, you alternate between being too jumpy and too slow.
Why did I move? I don't know.
You just were feeling it, you know? You were just feeling it.
Yes!
That's the Pazzo Harrier right there. I don't know why it works, but it does.
New strat, guys. New strat.
Oh, man. Well, you're going to have to figure out how to make that consistent for yourself, but it does work.
Right.
I don't know how.
Leave it to Pazzo to start teaching me.
Do you see how I moved? It was perfectly on purpose.
Yeah, it was all on purpose, exactly. All right, well, I think you're ready then. I mean,
Yeah.
you just taught me, so I guess you're ready. So, folks, we are going to take a brief break so I can get some water and Pazzo can take a little break too before we go into the run portion of I'm No Rookie, episode 20.
Right.
Pazzo's going to do the full game this time, not just like a chunk of it, the full tanker plant. So stick around. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are back with Il Pazzo's MGS2 VE run for episode 20 of I'm No Rookie. If you got a gray champ from being subbed to this channel, please drop in a chat to cheer on Pazzo as he does his full game run of MGS2 Very Easy for PC. How are you feeling right now?
Stressed out.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I made you super stressed out with that,
No, it's
Harry.
okay.
Like,
It's just
it's
me.
like,
Don't worry.
you gotta do it faster. Now you're doing it too fast.
if you do something bad, I'm not gonna teach you anymore. Got it?
Yeah, you have to pass class, and it's pass fail, right? If you're not making that passing grade, right? Nah,
Yeah.
we're all here for fun, and as time goes on, you'll get more used to how this run is. MGS2 is a hard run to learn. IMO, like, there's a lot going on. So, okay, well, I'll let you get to the radar selection, and then I'll give you a count. You'll give me a countdown, and when you say go, I will start the timer.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, good luck.
I will need it.
Yeah, I haven't actually really seen you do tanker at all. We haven't talked about tanker at all, so
Yeah, I
and,
got a new PB, by the way, 611.
nice.
Hopefully it goes well this time.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'll try to give any tips I can along the way. If I see something that's out of place or something you could do in a little bit differently to make it easier for yourself, I'll make a note. But starter tanker is pretty simple. Of course, when you get the turbo working, then you can skip codecs and cutscenes and all that a little bit faster, but it's not that big of a deal. Starting
I
out.
need to set it up.
All right, Olga.
Oh.
What do you...
Didn't work.
Yeah, just want to keep on pressing triangle as you approach it.
Last pot. Normally I got it, but we'll see.
Oh, nice shot there. Ooh. It's my guy over here doing the loop. Just did the loop. Well done. Very well done.
That's how we do it, boys.
Exactly. Very nice.
Hope I get the animation cancel. I don't.
Yeah, the dab drop is tricky. Sometimes it just doesn't go. Good job
Okay,
not
now
missing that ammo though.
I did miss.
No, I'm saying good job not missing it.
Ah, thanks. Anyway, the worst part.
I almost like scared. I scared Pazzo. He's like, oh no.
The worst part of the tanker for me is the part with the Marines.
Who's that? Enemy sighted. Requesting backup unit. Acknowledged. Assault team, check it out.
Oh, too close to the right.
Yeah, just a little bit too much.
Yeah, I know this is not. It's a weird strat I'm doing. It's my own strat. It's like I'm supposed to shoot the walkie-talkie, but I do it just like that. works. So
Yeah, you want to shoot the walkie-talkie because you have to wait longer here. You don't want to wait longer. Also, the point of like not equipping the USP until this point is so you can do stair glides. So that's worth mentioning as well.
yeah, I did the stair glides on.
Well, I'm just saying that just in case.
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't know. I don't, since we have never really talked about Tanker, I don't know how much you know, right? So, that was a little bit confusing.
I'm gonna go with the first strat. I know I'm not supposed to do it on very easy, but
No,
I have
it's
some trouble
it's
in
total.
this room,
It's
so
totally fair. Like, if you're not comfortable and you're not like really clean with that movement yet, like, don't worry about it.
it's like half of the time I get an alert there, and I prefer to go safely.
I would, my suggestion is try using D-pad there. It might make your aim a little bit more consistent. Look at you going on that last shot on that guard. I was a little bit worried.
Damn,
Oh,
I missed.
it's a little bit off on the timing.
I never miss, but anyway.
You never miss most of the time.
We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces.
Let's see this ladder glitch.
Metal Gear is
Ooh,
another Metal Gear.
beauty that.
With Ray, the hundreds, if not
Wow, you actually tranked the guard too.
all over the world, are no longer
Yeah.
a threat.
I'm
Nice.
gonna do again my own strat there. It's gonna be weird, but
Every industrialized nation
I'm more confident with that.
from Metal Gear. We're here to settle a number of roads.
Oh gosh, that is
I know
interesting.
it's yeah, but it works every time. So
They are all working on
I gotta admit, I was a bit scared, but you are the expert now. I'm convinced.
the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability.
So, well, honestly though, like your tanker, there's definitely some Pazzo specials, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Like, it's pretty clean. There's some tweaks that could be made, but like overall, like that's totally acceptable as someone like new to the game, if you ask me. Like, you're doing
Yeah,
ladder
I-
glitch, you're doing
I never
clean
play,
Olga.
I didn't
good.
play MGS2 so much compared to the first one, so
Can you like increase the volume on your mic or like move your mouth a little bit closer or something? You're a little bit quiet.
is that better now?
That's better, yeah. Thank you. All right, Pazzo plant, let's go.
So stressed out.
Why? Why are you stressed out? This is a fun game.
Yeah, I
Don't
know.
cartwheel into that door. Wrong. Failure! So this is why you're stressed out, folks. Like, I turn on a dime. One minute I'm being all supportive, and then I'm, giving them fail marks. That's all. I'm all kidding.
I disappointed my master.
I know. It's -5 points. You can just press circle there to exit from that last menu. You can just press circle. You don't have to go
Oh.
to exit.
I didn't know it.
Now you do. Yeah, just a little bit more time in the oven, just like our Speedy said. For that tanker, you're in good shape. Okay, you don't want to choke this guard out. I'm not sure. Are you about to like choke this guard out? You don't want to.
Is that longer?
You don't want to
like
do.
that?
You want to actually go into evasion because you're actually it's a little bit faster going into
Oh,
evasion.
okay.
Like, it's odd. Like the elevator comes down a little bit faster.
Okay. I will know that too now. Oh yeah, I didn't get the cutscene. You're right. The mini cutscene when it's
Mhm.
coming.
It's weird. Like the elevator actually comes more quickly if you're on
It's like,
if
oh
it-
my god,
on caution. I don't know
My-
why. It's just weird.
my friends are in trouble. I need to go fast.
The elevator is your friend. That's right. Good job menuing while rolling. Nicely done. All right, this is going to be interesting because this is stuff we talked about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
So I'm curious to see how you handle.
yeah.
Bomb
I trained
disposal.
a little bit on it.
Nice, nice.
Oh, oh my god.
Oh, yeah, you need to run along that wall, or else it's way more likely
Yeah.
that you'll miss. The auto aim in this game is good, but it's not that good. The good thing is, though, is like once you learn these little adjustments, it's like, oh, well, if I don't do it that way, I'll be fine, right? Good job not saving. So like on Turbo, you just hold circle that whole time and you just immediately say, I don't want to save. That's why Turbo in part is really good. So you just like immediately say, nope, I'm good.
Yeah, it waits a lot of time, right? To
Well,
go in the save menu.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's even worse if you're playing on HD collection. If you have like a lot of saves, you could lose like 10, 15 seconds. That's
That's huge.
really bad. Really bad.
Glad.
All right, so you're still doing the box route, right?
Yeah.
Very awesome. Love it.
Oh.
Hashtag love it. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that whole. There's a menu set up so you don't have to menu for this. You need to be a little bit closer. There is a menu set up that you begin in Tanker so that you don't have to do the M9 menu. It's
Really?
yes. There's
Okay.
a sequence of things you need to do at the start of plant to make it work. Just use D-pad there. D-pad down so you don't like aim the wrong way. Just hold down on the bridge. Okay, cling to that corner. Nice. Didn't get shot. Very good. We take that top route. Exactly. All right. Hardest movement room in the game. No pressure.
Ah.
A little too close. All right. I mean, could have been better, but like, you got it. You adjusted. You want to use D-pad when, like, a
Crawling.
D-pad diagonal when crawling, yeah. Because, like, you see how, like, Raiden's, like, slowing down? Are you using analog?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, don't use analog when crawling. It's better to
Okay.
use D-pad. Otherwise, you'll get that, like, weird slow crawl. Like, he takes a while to rotate. Use D-pad, then he will He
Okay,
just
I
like
will
moves
now.
more quickly. Yeah. Alright, box menu. Nice.
Oh,
Good job. You didn't get kicked from the soccer player guards or football.
Who's there?
Pazzo is not American. I should not say football. Or I shouldn't say soccer. God damn it. Ah,
Soccer,
man, I
yeah.
failed at my own I failed at my own joke. All right, so that third line, that's where you want to roll. Just a little bit before it. All right, not bad. Didn't blow yourself up. That's a good thing. Like, there are, your lines are a little bit wacky sometimes. Like, you go a little bit wide, you roll in bad places, but like, you definitely are getting the core
I,
movement down.
I need to practice more, I guess.
You have to understand, like, I'm talking from the context of like 102, like you got to move a little bit closer. Like, I think the general feeling I get from this run, you're probably at about like if you did everything pretty well, I'd say you probably get like a 105 with how things are going for you right now, something like that.
Oh, I will be glad. I will be glad with this time.
Yeah, no, that's a solid time for sure. So if you hear me like nitpicking, it's just like I'm talking from a different context, but like you're doing well for sure.
Oh,
That was funny.
It's the
I like that. The pop out shot for the setup. If you ever do that in a marathon, just say it was for RNG
Who's
manipulation
there?
for the skip, Just had to do a pop out shot.
Who is that?
Like
It's the
VE
help.
is like you just split hairs, It's like splitting hairs every single room. So even though some things you do, I might be like, man, that's losing like a fraction of a second. It really doesn't matter right now. You will get to a point with this category where you will decide if you want to continue like really sharpening that blade, so to speak, honing that blade, or you're like, yeah, I'm done doing this. Everyone kind of hits, there's like this wall that everyone hits with this category where it's like, do I want to keep on doing this or do I want to move on? Because it's so much movement optimization, right?
can be annoying, I guess.
Yeah. A lot of it really is on you and knowing exactly how to move in every room. Which makes it easier to learn because there's less to worry about, but
Oh my god.
oh no, not again. You shouldn't be pressing square there. You need to let go of down.
Yeah, I want to be
Let
too
go
fast.
of yeah. You're doing it out of order. Let go of down and then press L1. Shouldn't even be pressing square at that point. Like, I want to go in FPV first. So I like using the radar here to keep myself on track because the camera is a little bit weird in the dock.
Yeah, That's what I do too.
Yeah, the
I
radar
use
is helpful.
the radar a lot. I'm using the radar a lot for my movement.
It's I would say that's usually a pretty good strat. It's like a little bit off on the angle. There you go.
No, when I train, I barely miss it, and now I miss everything.
At least you didn't fall in the water.
Yeah,
I'm guessing that's happened to you.
yeah. Just
Yep.
before the live, I trained and I fall into the water.
You fell in the water, yeah. Oh, it's so funny when it happens. Unless you're in a race and then you're like, you gotta be kidding me. Whoa, okay, this
Oh,
is
no.
not how you do fortune.
I wanted to be shot.
No, you want to press... Okay, I guess I should have taught you fortune. I thought you... Oh, that was my bad. You have to... Okay, well, just keep on going.
Yeah,
But you're going to lose like 20 seconds or something ridiculous now. The way you do fortune is you press right. Just try to like... Don't dodge. Try to make her shoot the forklift. Like, stand by the forklift. Alright, now she's breaking the forklift, I guess, maybe. The goal is to make her blow up the forklift as soon as possible. If you watch any run, you'll see us do the exact same setup. And it's, we turn right, we do 3 punches, and then we crouch. Because there's several things she has to do for this fight to be over. She has to shoot some light fixtures. She has to blow up the forklift. She has to blow up those yellow barrels. What you're doing right now is an extreme strat. You're not on extreme, so...
I'm not on extreme. No, sorry.
I know, right? It's crazy.
If I were on extreme, she already killed me, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
It's okay. I think I don't have the fortune strat, but I'm gonna practice it. I'm gonna watch some more videos and...
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, if you watch one of the top... Like, we all basically do it the same way. You want to have coolant out. Or wait,
Coolant?
actually, wait, is it coolant? No, it is M9, excuse me. Because you're going to have the, right. If you're doing non-lethal, you'd have the coolant out. But yeah, go watch a fortune video.
Yeah, I will.
And you will save, like, 30 seconds there. I'm not even kidding. Alright, so you can use the box. Nice. Very good. Well done. Good job using the box there. You want to unequip the box before you go into the load zone, though, because using the box to enter load zones is slow. It's like once you pick up the chaff, like, unequip the box. Honestly, though, your fortune is like the first real major issue with your route, though.
I was not supposed to...
Yeah, you were supposed to use the box.
It's the
Yeah,
enemy.
I forgot.
That's all good.
Backup unit heading for Strade. Priority 1. Secure the door leading to the FA connecting bridge.
Yeah, the benefit of using the
Claymore
box,
is gone.
right?
It's okay.
You know, you're just like, oh, I gotta pick up that claymore. Hey, that's a good instinct. You don't want to die. I think that's smart.
Yeah, it's because this is the part we just...
Right, we were yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
We
so
were
I-
doing it, and I was like, all right, you can pick it up. Right. It all feels a little bit different when you put it all together, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, just a little bit before that dot. Spray at the corner. Nice, you got a fast bomb. Well done. Now it's time for Fat Boy.
Oh, man.
Oh, whoa. All right.
Oh.
That'll work. Yeah, it's because you mess with your menus.
No!
No, not that 9.
No!
Oh, God.
Oh my
Revolver.
god.
We've all learned a valuable lesson in why you have to be careful with your menus in MGS2. Boing, boing, boing.
Oh,
It's still on your previous. The M9, it's
Ah.
cursing you. The M9, no.
no. Oh my god.
Yeah, you gotta unequip. You unequip, then you... Like, IR2. If you're at nothing, you press up once for coolant. Like, don't go through your menus like that. I mean, that's a small thing compared to the other stuff, but I've seen you do that over and over again. You just press up once from nothing, and you'll equip coolant. No matter what part of the game it is. Just press up once for coolant from nothing.
It's like the card in MGS1.
Yes.
I mean, to
Yes.
unlock the doors.
Actually, yes. Not everyone in the chat will understand that, so I'll explain. Like, what does he
Yeah,
mean by
sorry.
that? But no, that's good. No, that's a
I
good
know,
connection, though.
I was supposed to make a roll before equipping the video.
True, very true. Minus 1,000 fake points, just for the menu mistake, of course.
Yeah.
It's the
We
most
won't
important
talk
thing is the
about
menus.
Fat Man.
Yeah, Fat Man, no, that was perfect. That was just because of... That actually was... Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? You need to go to Shell 1 core. We're not going to Harrier.
Oh my
We're going
god.
to Shell 1 core.
Yeah.
Was I saying? Right,
I'm
so...
kinda lost.
I had to stop myself from explaining the card thing. So in MGS1...
Oh my god.
Oh no,
I-
you hold down left on D-pad.
Yeah, but I did it, but too soon. Oh, I'm gonna
Oh,
die.
yeah.
It's okay.
Yep,
I'm
you're
gonna
dead.
restart the room, so it's better.
Right. What's wrong?
Exactly.
Right.
Well, now you're gonna practice that movement again. In MGS1, for items, the card will always appear below whatever you have equipped, so you can always just press up or left to equip the card. Coolant is right below nothing in weapons. I don't know if there's a certain weapon that ends up being there if you pick it up instead, but in the speedrun, it's always the coolant. Well, I'll tell you this much. Everything before Fortune was great. Mid-game, honestly, is kind of hard. Like, I think mid-game is, like, the hardest part of the run, if you ask me. Like, everything from, like, Fat Man to Shell 2 is the hardest part of the game, in my opinion. Bomb Disposal is pretty rough,
my
too.
God.
It'll still work. It'll still work. I want to cartwheel a little bit earlier, and that's fine. I'm going down the stairs.
Time for a treat.
Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. Reinforcements.
Nice, we didn't run into any guards.
Yeah.
Intensify.
Very good.
Oh.
Alright, let's see this setup.
No.
Nah, he's gonna walk. Alright, just get into position. Ooh. Ugh.
Okay.
You're gonna have to...
I'm kind of stressed
being a-
out, so
Yeah, you
Pattern recognized. You are cleared to
take a nice breath. It's okay. I know, MGS2 is stressful. Everything comes at you real fast, too. Oh, you have best position aims. Nice.
Your aims, aren't you?
yes.
Yeah, just take a moment to recognize. Don't just pause, like, actually see
Yeah. I
where...
was not sure.
Yeah, that's Ames. Big hair boy. That's Ames. If you got the big brown hair, you're Ames. I don't care who you are. If you got that mullet going on with the wide forehead, you're Ames. um, oh, nice. You got a fast elevator. It's way less common in this game compared to MGS1, by the way. Like, MGS1, it's like, I don't know, 1 in 5 or 1 in 8 or something. It's
Yeah, it's rare.
It's not. It's much more common in MGS1 than this game.
Oh, yeah?
MGS2. Oh yeah, for sure. MGS2. It's like, I don't even know. The chances are really slim. When you get it, that is actually a treat. MGS1, you know, like at any percent, you want at least one fast elevator, and usually that happens. Sometimes you get unlucky, but like if you were doing all bosses MGS1 and you never got a fast elevator, you were hilariously unlucky. Like it could happen, but that's pretty bad. Like, you don't need to run around like that. That Claymore's already gone.
Yeah. I'm too
I
afraid
think
of
you're just
Claymore.
scared because you went
I
down
know.
left too early. All right, now we go to Harrier. You're just so eager to go to Harrier. That's why you started
Yeah.
going up earlier.
I
You're
want
like,
to
all
do
right,
it so bad.
it's so bad he wants to do Harrier. He wants to show us that Pazzo setup.
Yeah. That new strat.
Yeah, the new
Everyone's
strat.
talking about.
Everyone's yeah, yeah. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone loves Harrier. That's right, Volcanic Akuma. Everyone loves Harrier. Definitely not stressful at all.
Oh no.
Oh no,
No!
you're gonna have to let it fly. No,
Nah,
no. You gotta be patient.
Right.
Better to wait than to shoot the wrong thing. Nah, I didn't teach him 5-shot Harrier, so that's not a thing. I teach 2-shot Harrier.
Oh my god. How?
Just zoom in more. Stop. You
Yeah.
should zoom in all the way. All the way.
Right in.
That's why you're missing. There you go. Now you see you are aiming at it. You're not aiming at an edge or anything like that.
Oh, I didn't.
You didn't move forward. Now you see why we move forward, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really explain why I move forward, but that's why.
Oh, rifle and sniper, right?
Rifle and then the AK. You R2 to equip the rifle in midair, and then you switch to the AK.
Rifle? No, the AK is the rifle, right?
The AK
Oh,
is
okay.
not the rifle. I mean the sniper rifle. I know they're both
Okay.
rifles, but there you go. All right, I'm going to explain it. And the reason why we do that is so you press R2 at the start of this fight and you have less menus, but don't worry about it.
Okay.
The menuing stuff, it's whatever, except for Fabian.
Oh no.
A little bit too slow. All right, time to set up for die shots. A little too slow. You're pressing square way too slow. It's basically right after you press X.
Where is it?
Left.
I'll let you go out in style.
I know, like, I was, like, taking taking the missile, but it's better to dodge it by going over the rail. That way you're not on fire. You could also press L2 to equip the BDU, and that will actually remove the fire as well.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you got to be careful. I didn't really teach you about that, but it's really easy to miss at this range if you're not careful, and it'll just fly right past the Harrier. That's more of an important thing on like normal, but that is a thing.
Okay. Now the
Very-
leap of faith.
All right, let's see this leap of faith. Nice. Good job. You didn't do what I did in the tournament finals where I rolled off like a dumbass. Very good.
Get out, the bird!
Can you imagine if the bird would peck you and you'd fall?
Pick my eyes.
This is where you would throw a chaff.
Oh man. Ah!
Ugh.
No.
Oh, you're doing the Nox strat. No. You equip the chaff, and you throw the chaff. You gotta throw the chaff. You gotta throw the chaff. You gotta throw the chaff. If you throw the chaff, it won't hit you. So like what you do with the chaff is the moment you enter that screen, you equip it and you throw the chaff. That way the Cypher doesn't shoot you, it's jammed.
No, he's not gonna go in his pants.
He's not there. Now you throw another chaff. It's on your previous. There you go. I was like, why did he stop?
I was afraid to be caught by the
No.
Cypher.
No, you're fine. Okay, very small time save you can go for there. You know that little part where you have the D mic equipped? Hold left, and then you'll be facing the way you're about to go. It saves a few frames.
Okay, I didn't know. Oh, yeah.
Compared to other stuff, it's completely irrelevant. But hey, it's it's something to save time during the cutscene. So
I don't think frame will make a difference right now. But
hey, man, those frames count. All right,
Yeah,
they
you're
do
right.
count. Just a few frames versus thousands and thousands of them together. That's the difference. They matter more in a bundle. Okay, you don't need... So, a little thing here, you don't need to, like, adjust, like, up and down. You can actually equip the Nikita at the height you start in the water. So, like, you could just press left and right on D-pad. You don't need to, like, go down or go up to
okay.
get the Nikita.
But I'm very bad for water parts. You have to know.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm teaching. That's why I'm teaching you. You don't have to adjust your height. You don't need to tell me you're bad at the part.
Oh.
Yeah, throw that magazine.
What are you doing?
What are you
Say you
doing?
dumbass.
Stop it!
You're not saving him. He's about
No.
to die.
Just for a moment.
Yeah, we're saving him just for him to give us the valuable stuff.
Fox die?
That's right. All right, so
Oh my god, what happened? He's dead.
So when you're done with the president,
I took these photos 2 years.
after the president dies, just hold down on D-pad and roll. Once you see that Raiden is still
Okay.
going, like once you see him fully going down, then you'll just go straight into the door and activate the cutscene with Snake and Otacon.
Okay. Okay. Here comes the worst part when I have to swim. Oh, wait. Ah. My headphone. No,
Wrong
it's not
way.
this way.
Wrong
Oh my
way.
God.
You make a right immediately.
I hate this part.
You make a right, go straight down the hall, then make a left, then make the first left, and then you make a right. You're going. That's not a right. You make a right. No, it's a left. But
Oh my
you
god.
just follow down.
Oh my god.
You just have to know the route. It's really
I
there's
knew
not really
it.
anything else to.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And to be fair, like it confused me when I started to. I didn't know where the hell I was going in here.
I'm gonna
But
breathe.
just watch someone swim, and you'll get used to it.
Yeah. Even when I was a child, this part just annoyed me. It's like I hate it. I hate it. No, I'm going back right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. I hate to swim.
You're just gonna have to practice this part, and you'll
Yeah.
follow
lot.
the line. Yeah. Once you know where you're going, it's really simple. It's just that if you don't know where you're going,
Oh,
it's
no.
super duper
What am I
confusing.
doing?
Not
It's
that door.
Oh my god, we made it alive.
It's impressive.
I should have equipped the... It's okay. At the feet. Where is it? Just go
You
back.
should just go back. You should just
Kill myself.
kill yourself. Yeah. You didn't do enough
Be
damage.
faster.
Right.
By the way, this fight right here is why you should get turbo, because this fight, doing this is simple on turbo. And if you don't do it on turbo, it actually requires skill. So to make it really simple, turbo is the way. Like you'll lose a little bit of time, like you'll lose a fraction, but it becomes 100% consistent. So I would take that time loss. Make sure to pick up both packages of AK ammo.
Oh,
You'll just do it on the way back. It's fine.
okay.
If you do that, then just do it when you get ammo. But you should get both. You should be mashing circle. Don't be... You're like slowing down. You don't want to be slowing down. Like you're like not consistently tapping circle. Oh. Are you okay? Am I stressing you out? You need to take a pause?
No, it's me. I'm stressing myself up.
We're in the chill part of the run, you know. We're done with the hard stuff, so it's okay. PC goes really fast. It's part of the stress of it.
Here comes the worst part of the game to me.
Yep, you go down this long hallway. Yeah, it's
Oh,
just those
both.
2 packages.
No, it's M9. What?
What? You're fine. You just pick up those 2 ammo packages.
Okay.
That's all it was. We don't go out of the way for anything. We just pick up those 2 packages. You could pick up just one, but don't worry about that. Just pick up both. No. So you swim straight through the room, like, essentially. Just follow the radar. We're just doing the whole thing in reverse. You're probably going to want to go up for air the next time you get a chance. Make a left, a right, then a left. Go for the pocket of air.
I should go to the.
Oh, man, if you were going to swim past it, at that point, you might as well just go for it, but... Okay.
Where is it?
It's straight ahead, and then you make a left. You're going... Nope, that's a little room. Seriously, just you need to just watch the radar, and it'll be a lot easier. Thankfully, you have radar. I used to, when I started running this game, I would actually, because I was running normal, I would go to the node and turn on the node because I had no idea where I was going. You have the radar already, so use it. And once you practice that, once you practice the swim for like 10 minutes or so, you will never get lost again.
Okay. Yeah, I need to practice it a lot.
Yep, you need to practice your fortune. You need to know what to do on fortune, and you need to know how to swim.
There. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's not the way. You're gonna have to take him out. Take him out. Take him out. Take him out.
No.
Not like that. any way but that. Not by throwing him into M9 him. Choke him out. But don't cross him. So yeah, you go above. You don't go below. You go.
Yeah,
you cross
it's
over from
the second guard I go above.
Man, if I knew you
But
had, by the way, if I knew you were, you didn't know how to swim, I would have taught you that. By the way, I wouldn't have done so much about stupid movement crap. By the way,
Yeah,
I didn't realize.
My bad. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all part of the learning process. You know, you get the route down.
Get it?
No, that's way. You got to be closer than that. There you go. Boom. Oh yeah, of course, Akuma. But just because you've done it before doesn't mean like you're completely confident. Like I was saying earlier, I didn't know where I was going when I was swimming when I started either.
Oh,
And a lot of this is just you need to like watch more closely at the top runs and watch how they do certain things and then put that into practice. Just one tap up to the coolant and you'll hit it. If you ever see yourself going through like ding, 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 ding in the menu, you're probably going the wrong way to begin with. Nice hand grab.
Oh.
Yeah, you got a menu again. You gotta put nothing. That way you can, yep. Give her the hand. The thing is, though, if you watch the start of this run, Pazu's actually quite good at the first, like, 12, 14 minutes of the run. So once he actually understands the rest of the run, then he'll get that 105 I was talking about.
Far from it. for now.
Yeah, I didn't realize that your end game was this, like, you didn't know where you were going. Which is not me, like, trashing you. It's just that if you were playing at the same level you were playing at the start of the run, which was really good by comparison, you would have a 105. Because that's basically the caliber of the run.
Oh, she fell. Why?
You are not in the right position. That's why. You need to stand
yeah.
right where the thermo goggles are. You see, you're standing in the back. So we stand right where the thermo goggles are, and you're good to go. So yeah, other than like standing in the right spot, for, oh, you didn't take out all the people on the pillar. Yeah, you can't, once you get the codec call from Snake, you need to get ready to take out the guards that are coming on the first pillar.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm doing bad.
You just don't know the run. Like, you don't know this part of the run. That's really what it comes down to. And it's going to be more stressful when you don't know, right? Once you know, it's whatever.
It's like I know it, like in theory, but not in practice, and it's just like I don't know it, because knowing it just in theory is useless. So
just because you've seen people do it a certain way, like you've seen people swim, doesn't mean you know how to swim.
Oh yeah, you're right. I don't know how to swim. No, yeah. The thing is, the swim part, even when I was to play this game a lot when I was younger, I was like just kind of lost every time, even when I did it like 100 times.
All right, get out of the scope and just look around to see you're not missing a cipher that's flying in. Like, I look in FPV and look at the sky. You're like focused on the birds, which is fine and all if you know what you're doing, but just be aware of like your environment. If you don't know what's going on yet, don't be doing like I'm, drawing smiley faces or looking at birds. Next thing you're going to do now is aim at the second pillar at the top left.
Right there.
Yep. There's a guard that's going to show up there, and then another guard that's going to show from the bottom right. So just wait. There he is. Now aim bottom right. Boom, boom, boom. Nice. All right, at this point, I think there's like 2 more ciphers that spawn. I think there's one that spawns above you, and then there's one that'll spawn from that pillar, that second pillar, once Emma is well on her way down that bridge. At this point, you can just chill out. It's good time to relax a little bit. And
yeah, I'll try.
man, so after Emma has gone far enough down, you'll do Vamp 2, and the easiest way to do it is you zoom in a little bit and then you just like aim at like Vamp's chest. You'll hit Emma, but you'll hit Vamp and you just mash. Obviously you're supposed to use turbo and then it's just like super fast, but you don't have turbo on. So that's all you do. And just like the other time sequences, the time sequence that will happen afterwards, you really don't want to take a continue. Okay, there's that last cipher. You want to take it out. And then empty your whole clip to 20, and then you'll get extra ammo. There you go. So yeah, you'll zoom in a little bit and then just aim to like the chest and then just mash square. And you'll kill Vamp.
God.
Alright, good enough. So what happens here on EF Bridge, when you get out of EF Bridge, you fire the AK and kill a Cypher. And then when you go across the Shell 1 bridge, you will kill another Cypher. If you don't destroy that Cypher, it'll take
No,
you
it's not
out.
there. Oh my god.
Nope, up the stairs, up the stairs. Nope, Shell 1 core. Shell 1 core, Shell 1 core, Shell 1 core. You only go up once in the whole run, and that's to get to Harrier. Now go across the bridge. You don't need to worry about that Cypher. It's the one over here that you have to worry about. Take it out, shoot it. You're dead if you don't use a box.
Huh.
Oh god!
Yeah.
Oh
forget about-
man. Just use the box at that point.
What's going on? Answer me, Jack.
Yeah, the Cypher you were shooting at, the second one, don't worry about that one. It's just the one when you exit onto EF Bridge and the one that's on the bridge. Those are the only two you need to worry about. It's also really late for you, which, nope, not that way.
Yeah, it's. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's late. It's like 5 a.m.
Not the best time to be learning a game, to be honest. Okay, now we go across the bridge. Don't worry about that other Cypher. Don't worry about it. You don't need to worry about that Cypher. It's fine. It's this one. Alright, just use the box instead. But yeah, that Cypher that started shooting at you is the one you have to care about. Not the one that you were shooting before. That one will never look at you. You just keep on moving.
What? I like to call elevators. It's my hobby.
Jack.
I gotta admit, that's a new one for me.
Torture.
It's been a while, hasn't it? Jack the Ripper?
You know you don't need to mash here, right?
You know this?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You remember me, don't you?
I honestly have no idea what to expect with Arsenal.
High concentration of cerebral implants.
We'll see.
Have they altered
No.
your
I
memory
think
too?
Arsenal is gonna be, well, not
Do
that
you know how to
worse
do
compared-
Tengu 1 skip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not sure I'm gonna get it first try, but
Olga, you can't keep this up. They're bound to find you.
Listen,
if I press 2
everyone
when
is
she kicks
alive.
me, I die.
Brace yourself.
Oh, that would be funny.
It doesn't actually work. I wish it did.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a very funny video of that, but it
Yeah.
doesn't work. You need to hold select. You need to call Rose.
Oh yeah, fuck.
I don't even know. That saves like a minute or something ridiculous if you just sit around. It's like a really long time before Rose calls.
Okay, let's go for this spot.
Yeah, no radar. So you want to hold select entering this room. It's really freaking important because
There's somebody there.
yeah, you just want to hold select.
Oh no!
Ooh, no. Your movement has to be way better to do that, Strat, my friend.
No! Oh my god.
All right. So you just go up the stair. Go up. No, don't go backwards.
way.
Don't go backwards.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't
yeah.
go backwards. Don't go towards the Tengus. Yeah, go forward. Go up the stairs. Always punch the Tengus before you roll into them because they could kick
Yeah,
you.
I tried, but he crawled. I mean the first one, not this one.
All right.
That was
We
a
didn't die.
world record pace.
Yeah, it's an you need to answer these calls. Answer the call. Answer the call. You have to go through several kernel calls here, or else you won't advance. It's like the moment you enter this room, just like the last room, you hold select and get the codec call as soon as possible. Move up a little bit. You're too close to the door. You need to go up a little bit more. There you go. Yeah, you need just be in like the upper half of the tunnel. Don't be too close to the top door, but don't be too close to the door you entered. Otherwise, you're just gonna keep on getting kernel codecs all day.
Move the right thumbs.
All right, once you slash once, you're good. Don't menu. Don't menu.
Yeah, I forgot I couldn't pick a weapon there.
Yeah, you don't menu. We just slash and wait. Wait 40 seconds. Stay in the upper half of the room. Don't mess around with Snake until you know what the rules of this room are. If you're below Snake, then the room will never finish the timer. So you just want to be in the upper half. So there's a strat that involves using the box here, but don't worry about it. And I can't even really teach you how to do it right now, but just letting you know there is a strat that's a little bit faster that uses the box. You'll see B-Man do it.
Oh.
What's world record? Let me double check. You should equip a ration, by the way. Or heal. World record right now is 101.39 by BMN. Yep, you're in a good position. Now you just do PPK, and on the K you let go of R1.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, you're fine. Just go for it. PPK. Boom. It's harder with the AK, by the way. You want to use the SOCOM. Like, just unequip and use the SOCOM.
Okay, got it.
Just in time. Is it beatable? Yeah, it's beatable. It's a very optimized run, but it's beatable. There's a particular setup we all use here with turbo. So another reason why you should get turbo set up as soon as possible. You're almost in the right position, but you're like a bit too far back. so this isn't gonna work super well. That's better. Still not quite right, but it's better. But yeah, theoretically the world record could be beaten. It's just a very optimized run.
Is Best Week still the world record?
No, it's BMN.
Oh, okay.
B-Man beat Bestwick by 3 full seconds. 3 seconds. That's it.
Tight.
Yeah, very tight. Alright, not bad.
It came as a complete surprise
All right.
when Ocelot discovered the S3 data from
You should heal,
not a
just in
bad
case you
idea.
do something goofy.
Using fire to fight fire, creating the perfect assassin to
Oh.
retire. Solid Snake's
Yeah,
brother.
don't take out the blade.
S3 stands
Have
for
the
Solid
SOCOM on
Snake
previous,
Simulation. It's a development program to
and then
artificially
Stinger.
produce Solid Snake, the perfect warrior.
I mean, you can mess around here, but I'm just teaching you what you should do rather than before you start just screwing around. You can do all kinds of screwing around here if you want. But, alright, so do you know what order you hit the raise in?
I'm sorry to see
Sorry,
you reduced
can
to
you
one
repeat?
of the Patriots'
Do you know what
puppets.
order to hit the raise in?
I've made use of you.
If I remember well, it's middle,
Solid
left, and
Snake's
right.
sudden appearance, your
That's right.
arrival. It was obvious the Patriots were among my
That is
ranks.
correct. You
So
do
it's
middle,
middle,
then left.
middle
Before
knee,
the mission
middle
entered the
head,
final phase.
left knee, left head, and right head.
As bait.
No, middle head,
Ah.
left head,
The
right
days during
knee,
the Civil War
then
were
head.
as real as they
Okay.
come. Every day was absolute.
I was
Split
not
between
far.
life and death.
Yeah, you
You
got the
ran
order
out,
down.
and
That's
now
the
you will
important
lead
part,
back
you
to
know.
war by something less than real.
It's just like Harrier. You want to lock on. And unfortunately, you didn't get any crit shots. So like, if you watch us do raise, like we move forward a little bit. You didn't get crit shots because you were too slow. You have to be. It's not that strict, but you have to move somewhat quickly to get it to work.
Oh my god.
Well, we got out.
No.
Oh no. Don't worry,
Are
we
you
all
awake
do it.
yet, Jack?
It's really easy to hit that one.
GW,
Same with the one right
Ocelot
after
AI is
Tanker.
corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you.
Is this your first full run, by the
Oh
way?
yeah, totally.
Oh.
I like
I'll
practiced
squeeze
on
the answers out of you instead,
almost
my
every
son.
part of the game, but I never made a full run yet. Oh, it's
Triangle.
yeah. I was like on MGS1. I think I'm gonna die. No, never mind.
I thought you were just like, all right, let's just let
It's
the
not
chips
him I
fall.
want the answers from.
But yeah, I mean, you know, I didn't realize you've never done a full run before. If I knew that, I would have been like, no, you don't have to do a full game run. That's totally fine. You know, I didn't realize that, but hey, I mean, for a first run's a first run. For any like problems that happened, I don't think it really matters. You can't really think of it like it matters because everything can be improved. But I mean, as far as like everything went, like you want to punch him first.
Die.
Yeah, if you slash, he's just gonna dodge. A little too close.
Oh,
Yeah, that you can't block that. You gotta counterattack before he does that. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Good work, Jack. This is where it gets interesting.
This is where it gets interesting.
We'll see.
Well, yeah, because once you defeat Solidus, that's time. Just one more combo and you're good. Better to just block than to like run out of the way. Just block when he dashes at you. All right. Well, congratulations. You were
Thanks.
3 seconds under estimate.
Oh,
Do you
nice.
remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met.
Yo, Tony, thanks for the 4 months. Appreciate it,
Today was
Tone.
the day I met you.
Okay,
That's
that
it.
went well. That went well on the first part of the game, but then it became lame. But it's okay.
Then it
Now
was I don't
where
know the
need to
run,
train.
but that's fine. Like it's your first run ever, so it doesn't matter how badly it goes because there's always stuff to improve. And yeah, your first
Belong to the future.
everything up to Fortune is 105 caliber. I'm not even kidding. Like that's totally in line with what I would expect from someone who was getting like a 105, maybe even a 104, you know?
Too many things.
It's just that you have to get more comfortable with
It's up to us
everything
to teach them.
beyond Fortune.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So like
About the
as far as
environment,
improvement
our
goes,
ideas, our culture,
don't even worry about bomb disposal. Don't worry about your tanker. Like that's not important. You need to
we'll
think
solve
about your
everything together.
Fortune fight.
Is that
Your Fat Man, honestly, that was just because you screwed up your menus and that just like completely threw you off, you know? But
Yeah.
like your Fortune, your Shell 1 core was fine, honestly. Like that was fine. Like that was there's no issues there. It was just like everything once you got to Shell 2 was rough. That was definitely rough, and you know you don't know that as well. Once you know that stuff, you have like no joke, like 5 minutes to save just off of goofy route stuff. That's not even just you don't even need to play well. It's just don't go to the bridge at the wrong time, that kind of thing. Once you get those broad things down, you're easily going to get a sub 10. No question. No question. Because, you know, the thing is, like, I've seen you run Solid 1 and you're competent at that game. If you can be competent at Solid 1, you can definitely be competent at this. It's just the problems of this game going by so fast, and you have to be like, what's my next move? What's my next move?
Yeah.
And that can be tough.
Yeah,
For
but
sure.
Now I know where I need to practice.
Exactly.
Part I need to practice.
Exactly. So even though, you know, I know there were parts of the run you felt a little bit like, oh god, what am I doing?
Yeah.
It's okay, because ultimately you've learned where you need to improve, and it doesn't matter how bad your first run is, it's your first run, and that's why the second run is so satisfying, you know?
Yeah. That was the same with my first MGS1 run. I was like happy about it, but then on the second run I beat it like by 5 minutes. And I just knew that was a bad run, but that's okay. That's my first run ever. I'm glad I made it, and now I know where I need to improve and practice a lot. And
Mhm.
yeah, I'm
No,
glad.
it's exactly. That's a good mindset. And sorry if I stressed you out at all during
No,
this
no,
run.
you didn't. It's me. I'm stressed out. Like I stressed out myself
Okay.
up. It's okay. Even when I play alone, I do a run on MGS1. I stress up. I'm like that. But the first thing I'm gonna do, I think, is rewatch this stream so I can see my run and where everything went wrong.
Yeah, I
and
mean, we
practice.
we can highlight, we highlight the show and we can highlight your run. And if you want to submit it to the board, you definitely can. I'm not a verifier, but I mean, I watched it live, so I know you didn't do anything.
So the verifier will laugh. That would be.
Yeah,
If Limes
I mean,
watched the run.
I mean, there were some really funny moments in that run, like you opening an elevator that was already
Oh,
open.
yeah.
That was pretty great.
Yeah.
Like,
First time you see it, right?
there's a first time for everything, and that was definitely the first time I've seen someone try to open an elevator that was already open.
Yeah, like that. I was sure it was open.
But yeah, your early game is super strong. Like, relatively speaking, it's phenomenal.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and that's definitely a testament to the work you've put into your tanker. Like, your tanker. The funny thing is, though, Pazzo, even if you lost a minute on tanker, it doesn't actually matter, because as long as you are a bit more familiar with the rooms and the route, then you'll be fine. Your Shell 2 core is a mess. Like, it's definitely a mess.
Yeah.
Everything after Shell 2 core, there's just things like, if you put your run, like, just watch, well, the thing is that if you watch, like, World Record, I'm pretty sure B-Man does swim glitch, but you can see the route going backwards, or look at Tyler's swim glitch tutorial and you can see the route of swimming there. But if you put, like, your run next to another run after Vamp, you can see how it goes. And it's like, okay, they go straight here, or they make a left, or they make a right. And you just do that swim area over and over again, back and forth, and you'll know where to swim every time. And just to make you feel a little bit better about it, for real, I was not swimming the right way for years. In that, that section with all, like, the metal and stuff, and that's like where Pete's body is. I wasn't swimming the correct way there for years. I was still going the wrong way, like, optimal. I was still going to the door, but I was not swimming the correct way to the door.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing, this place.
It is confusing. So everyone gets confused there. Hello, Joe. We just witnessed Pazzo's first tanker plant very easy run. You got just under estimate, which is awesome. This should be like a...
Watch the first part of the run, and then don't watch the second part. No, it's okay.
No, that tanker was good. That was a good tanker. That was like a... it was like a 615 tanker. Something like that.
Yeah,
620.
probably around that, yeah.
Yeah, like that's... I mean, like, that's only like 15 seconds off of my average tanker. So, like, that's not bad. It's just that tanker is only, what? A ninth of the run, an eighth of the run. I don't know how exactly the math works out, but it's a small fraction of the run. It's important, but not end all be all. Unless you're spending, 15 minutes in tanker, it's it's like, oh, I saved 20 seconds versus I saved 10, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean, yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's why
well,
I always emphasize to anyone learning the game, like, don't worry about Tanker too much. Some people like reset on Tanker and like care way too much about Tanker. And it's like plant's way more important.
yeah, unless you're aiming for the world record. But
Yeah,
uh,
but you, not when you're learning. It's not.
no, I mean,
But
if
yeah,
someone is restarting the tank. Oh fuck! Sorry for the bad word. I saw my
117,
time. 40.
117.40.
Yeah, he pressed start. Yeah,
Well, you want to know what your placement on the board would be with that run?
yeah, sure.
You would be 37th out of 46.
Okay, for the first run, that's not that bad, I guess.
No, I don't think so at all. Did you feel like, wow, that's like a last place run or something? Or anything like that? Because it's not.
No, 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 I'm happy with it. Well, I know it went wrong at the end. Well, on half of the game, but for a first run, I'm happy. Um, I need to improve in practice. I know where I need to improve, but yeah, no, I'm happy, and I think, well, my time was 117. Yeah, yeah, I
117.40, yep.
definitely can go under 110
Yeah,
because
I'd
I
say
lost so
110.
much time.
Yeah, that sub 10, that sub 110, that's a good goal. Like, a lot of that time loss was just you don't know where you're going. And that's like step 1 in any speed run. You gotta know where you're going. Um, and some of that is a little bit more complicated, some of that's more simple. Only go to Harrier when you go to Harrier, sure. But like Arsenal gear, like knowing how to move in that Tengu room, that's a bit more complicated. Um, that's a bit more complicated. But you just break it down room by room, look at exactly where you were saying, look at those rooms that you're hurting in, get that turbo set up as soon as possible, just so you're not, you want to make your muscle memory around turbo because it's a bit different. Is what I would suggest, especially because we use turbo for Tengu too, because it makes it faster and more consistent. So definitely get that set up. And then other than that, as long as you keep a good mindset with it, like you can go far. It's just that there's MGS2 as a game is hard to learn, I think. This category actually isn't that hard, but the game itself is hard to learn. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. No, no, I agree. It's true. But I feel like, well, for me, in my opinion, when I do a MGS1 run, I know the game like my pocket, you know, MGS1 because I
Mhm.
played it so many times and I made so many runs now.
Right.
But it still looks scarier to me when I'm about to start a run because I know the game. I don't know how to explain, but the game is like it's old, so the movements and the aim and stuff, it's really really. I don't know if you get what I mean.
Well,
You know?
it's an old game, and like these Metal Gear games don't exactly play like other games.
Yeah,
So, uh, like Solid 2 does not play like a modern third person game. You know, like
yeah,
that's like Phantom Pain. You know, Phantom Pain and Ground Zeroes are way more like your standard action game, right? These
yeah,
days. But like you look at Solid 2, Solid 3, the controls are really weird when you look at
yeah,
like modern games, right? Like you don't even control the camera. It's a well, one at least not for Solid 2, right? Unless you're an FPV. Like you don't really control the camera. It's a fixed camera. It's very strange. Um
yeah.
but
I feel like the MGS2 is, for me, in my opinion, again, I feel like it looks easier to compare to MGS1, The hard part in MGS2, I think it's to get the perfect movement, the rolls, the optimization, stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, well, just for you to know, when you are in MGS2, if you are, let's say you set an alert, you can just go back in another room and come back, and you just lose like, I don't know, 8 seconds. In MGS1, if you get an alert, depending on when you are, it can just kill your run instantly. So there's many places like that you cannot like mess up. And so I'm more afraid about MGS1. I don't know, it's strange, but I think if I work on MGS2 and practice it, I can be like, it would look more easy to me. Well, that's my opinion again, but
I mean, and as we close out, like I can give you a little bit of perspective for me. I've been running Solid 2 for nearly 4 years, not constantly. And I personally feel that Solid 2 is a harder run than Solid 1. Um, just because there's so much you have to learn uh to start about how the game is. It just plays a lot more quick than Solid 1 does. Solid 1, there's a lot of like waiting around and like simpler actions than what you
yeah,
have in Solid 2. So that's why, even though, like I was saying earlier, like very easy on its own, if you take away what the game is, it's simple, especially compared to like extreme, right? Or normal. But the game itself has a lot of complexity to it. And as you there's a lot of layers to it, right? So the further you go, um the the crazier it gets. I don't know
yeah,
if you've seen that
yeah,
meme
yeah, yeah.
that
I
Apache
see
made
what
with
you
the
mean.
iceberg. He made a meme image with an iceberg, like a glacier in the
Oh yeah,
water.
yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
Yeah, and that actually really does describe, well, that describes speedrunning in general, but that definitely describes MGS2, because it's like
yeah.
you're only on the top, and then it's just like you don't realize how deep it goes.
No, I think you're right. Of course, you're right. You know the game way better than me, and yeah, I see what you mean. It's like you complete a run, and then you try to make another run, and okay, I want to get this move perfectly, this roll right there
Mhm,
perfectly, and
mhm.
then every time it mess up, and you can have the perfect thing. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, it's because there's more mechanics in MGS2 than MGS1, actually.
Yep.
Because in MGS1, except for running, shooting, and
There's
well,
no rolling,
no,
there's no
no,
there's
rolling.
no
I mean, sorry,
rolling doesn't.
walking. Yeah, sorry. I mean walking.
Well, what I'm saying is there's no rolling. You don't even, you can't, like, you crouch, you crawl, you run around. Like, there's
Yeah,
no
that's
going
all. And you
hanging
shoot.
over rails. There's no freaking cartwheeling downstairs. You just go upstairs or you go downstairs. In this game, you have to actually think about how you go up and downstairs. I mean, like, think about that. Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah. I see what you mean. And I feel like in MGS3, it's like it's similar, because I,
yes,
I
you have to
saw
think
some
about rolling.
runs
Yep.
in MGS3. They just equip the box when they
You gotta
climb
know
the
when to
stairs and
equip the
stuff like that.
box. Yep, exactly. In Solid 1, it's just have good lines.
Yeah,
You just move,
and not be spotted.
don't get spotted. I mean, like, you spin on the ground, like, you can spin on the ground to, like, turn better when you're crawling and stuff like that, but, I mean, you're not
It's not a big deal.
rolling.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's way simpler. Um, I mean, that simplicity, there's no quick throwing in MGS2, right? But,
yeah,
um so there's no, like, you don't do animation cancels like that, but at the same time, like, the movement's a lot simpler. So, um, MGS2 on its surface is like, "Oh, this seems alright," but then you realize how much there is to it. But that's going to be it for us, folks. I know Pazzo's been he's been a trooper and been staying out this late. Anyone in chat, please give it up for Pazzo for completing his first ever MGS2 very easy tanker plant. I think it was 117.42, 117.40, something.
40, I guess.
Yeah. Very nice. We are going to be rating All Right Aframe, who is doing some Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. Looks to be a fairly new streamer, only has 18 follows. So we want to give a new Metal Gear speedrunner some support. This has been Plywood. I will see you all next week on Monday with some more Metal Gear content on twitch.tv/Metal Gear Speedrunners, y'all. So thank you so much for watching.